Hello everyone, welcome to a new DSP video. We are gonna watch this big announcement video that he had planned up as DSP looks like a thumb right now. We're gonna watch this and we're gonna talk about it because it's gonna be something. By the way, I skipped over some of the clown mode stuff, so you're welcome, but what can you do? I can't skip it all. You know what I mean?
Okay, obviously that's not the announcement. All right, ladies and gentlemen, over the years that I've been a content creator, 13 plus years, it's been over 13 years now, okay, that I've been making content consistently for the internet in various different places, starting on YouTube, going to Blip, coming back to YouTube, then going to Twitch, then coming to YouTube, then going to Twitch, and now back on YouTube. No exaggeration, that's actually my history, okay? I've been through ups and downs. I've been through.
I just love he makes that sound as if he went like from one job to another, but all he did was go to different websites. Like that's not really incredible work. I guess changing the stream key is big, guys. When you go to OBS and you change the stream key to the website you're using, that is hard, guys. I mean, let me tell you.
Many things over the years, and what I've seen is, just firsthand, sitting here making content for you guys, that the climate of the world has changed many different times. Seriously, like the culture in general has changed many different times. In just the over the decade that I've done this, think about how things were over a decade ago on YouTube.
Whoa, man.
The stuff that people put out and people thought was acceptable.
People thought it was acceptable to make toxic content, dude. Like, he talks about how culture has changed and all this stuff, but all he's really saying is that because if you look at the internet, right? Sure, like technically when you before YouTube had money involved, before you could make money on YouTube, you could technically say whatever and YouTube probably would have kept the video up. But ever since money got involved, YouTube had to step in and be like, okay, we need to like really look at what's going on here for a bit and start adding rules and like all this other stuff. And also the internet was still, I wouldn't say it was young in like 2005 or 2009, but at that point the internet started to kind of get around. More and more people started to get access to it because of the 80s and 90s. You had dial-up, and only certain people were able to get on the internet at that time. Like it was like a starting out thing back then. And then in the 2000s, it started to kind of ramp up, and more people started to get on with it. And he acts as if no one got mad at like toxic humor or stuff that had racist jokes or anything like that throughout those years, which is not really true at all. What's really going on pretty much is that more and more people are starting to have a voice. So if you make a video and you make a edgelord joke, you should probably expect that there might be someone that might not like the joke and probably would get mad and be like, "Hey, this is a fucked up joke, whatever." That just happens. Like back then in the 2000s, the 90s, all this stuff, like not a lot of people had a voice to really say a lot of anything about the on the internet at that point. You can make forum posts and all this stuff, but it was still like a starting out thing. And I'm sure if you really looked in the 2000s or so, you could probably find people that probably didn't like half the jokes that were out there. I'm sure you could find them. But over time, of course, naturally, more and more people are making YouTube channels, Twitter accounts, Facebook accounts, all these things. So when anyone makes a joke that's kind of like, whoa man, little negative, someone might say something about it. And it's not really a culture change or anything like that. It's just people are more willing to call other people out because they have a platform to do it. And that's pretty much what it is. If you went to someone, let's say it's 2001, and you walked up to someone down the street and you make like a racist joke or you make a joke about their race or whatever, there's a chance that they may not appreciate the joke and they'll get mad. I know, shocker, right? You say something that someone might perceive as you being a dick, they might get mad. I know, it's a shocking revelation. But it's like that's what happens. And DSP acts as if like that never happened until the fucking memes of SJW started to roll out. like Anita Shark Girl, Jonathan McIntosh, and all these other like places, and it's just that's like come on, come on, man.
and how things and opinions have changed over time. And now you look at stuff from a decade ago, and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe that stuff existed. Wow, woo! Because by today's standards, you're like, fuck.
What?
Now you look at stuff from a decade ago, and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe that stuff existed.
What?
Wow, woo! Because by today,
I don't know if anyone would say that at all, because some people have said like media like if you really look at a lot of these arguments that like a lot of people make, they could say like there's a lot of debates about like, well, this media has always been like, had a lot of like sexist undertones or whatever. There's all these like arguments and discussions about this, and it's like, and it still kind of goes on like come on. Oh, I don't know how to make this point, to be honest, so I'm just gonna like just walk away from it. I'm sorry if you're hoping for like a payoff for that for that point, but it's just, there's something silly about that, and it's not, it's like in my mind somewhere, but it just sounds silly to me.
today's standards, you're like, fuck me. This is terrible. This is terrible garbage content.
I guess what it is, I guess I could say it like this. DSP has always said how YouTube is toxic. For years, he has said YouTube's toxic, negative, all these things. So if YouTube was always toxic, how would people be surprised toxic content's on the site? Like, you watch him when he was on Twitch, and he's like, I'm so glad I'm on YouTube, man. It's so toxic, man. There's drama videos, bigotry videos. Oh my god. And then he mentions this, but then he also mentioned that the PewDiePie nonsense in 2016 when PewDiePie said the N-word. So how would people be so surprised what's on YouTube 10 years ago if YouTube has always been toxic, dude? Like that's what's silly about it. He says like, oh, you'd be surprised on what was on the site, what's allowed on the site 10 years ago versus now. If that's the case, then how come PewDiePie still has an account on YouTube? Shouldn't he be banned and canceled because he made racist comments? Come on, it makes no fucking sense. This dude is a clown. That's the point. That's why it's that so silly in my mind, because I'm just like thinking, this dude said YouTube is always toxic, and now he's saying that it's not. But even this year, when he was on YouTube, he said it was toxic. It pushes drama content.
I can't believe people would be so offensive and messed up. And other people are like, nah, it's just a joke.
Wait.
You're like, fuck me. This is terrible.
Wait, what?
Stuff from a decade ago. And you're like, oh my god, I can't believe that stuff existed. Wow. Woo. Because by today's standards, you're like, fuck me.
By today's standards, you'd say, fuck me?
This is terrible.
This is terrible.
Garbage content. I can't believe people would be so offensive and messed up. And other people are like, nah, it's just a joke.
I just like that he thinks today, 2021, guys, and 2022 and 2020, whatever the fuck year he wants to like jump into this little wave of positivity here. Suddenly people are like, wow, guys, that's offensive. People could be saying that for years. Like, this is what's also silly about this. He got kicked off of Blip for that Dead Space 2 video where he made Nazi jokes. Why didn't they laugh? Why didn't they laugh then, DSP? Why did they laugh? Why were they offended now? Shouldn't they have laughed back then? Why were they offended then? They should be offended now.
There's different opinions on how to take stuff. But man,
different opinions on how to take stuff. This is fucking stupid because not everyone has the same sense of humor, and a lot of people can take things negatively. That's always been the case for fucking humor. You can make a joke and 0 people can laugh. Does that mean that your joke's funny or not funny? But if you go to someone else, they might laugh, but this other guy might not laugh. Like, it's not a matter of opinion on how to take a joke. It's just some people might be more offended than others because you don't know how they'd react. That's why, like, if you make like edgelord humor, it's like you can't really be in my opinion, you can't really be upset that people could be offended by your joke. You should at least be like, okay, I get why you're offended, and I'm sorry that I made the joke, but I mean, I was just trying to be funny. I get why you're mad. Okay, I'll whatever. Instead, be like, this guy doesn't get the joke. This guy's a fucking idiot. Like, it's just such a dumb like outlook to have, because people can just be mad. People can be mad at any joke, sure, but it's just at least understand why, like at least have some empathy for at least for what you're saying. Like if you say something and someone gets offended by it, at least try to understand why. ah,
Definitely over the years, things have absolutely positively changed. I've definitely had ups and downs. I've had times when I was seen as a paragon of gaming content on YouTube. Phil is funny. Phil's original.
I'm a paragon, dude. I am funny and original. DSP was original. Every joke he made was stolen though. He in the debunk video he said that like he took jokes from the AVGN, Nostalgia Critic Howard Stern. He stole jokes from people, and he's saying that he was original. Okay, okay.
Original. Phil is the ultimate underdog because he doesn't have any.
How was he the ultimate underdog? He made a lot of money. He had no sponsors. Laser Mods, Loot Crate, Went Up Box, Spawn Seeds that he had for a day. uh, let's see. The Twitch bounties he did for a bit. I'm going off pure sponsorships, by the way. Pure sponsorships. Not review copies, nothing like that. Just sponsorships. He had like at least like four or five. But okay. The ultimate underdog, dude.
Sponsorships or backing from anyone. No one's promoting Phil.
He had no backing, no promoting. Okay, this is a little silly, DSP. Come on, just you should have thought about this a little bit more. He was promoted by fucking Machinima. Right? There's a video where he talks about Machinima promoting him on the fucking Xbox app. And I don't think they ever did, because there was like some issue there with the fucking app or whatever the fuck. But he was promoted by Machinima. He was promoted by... Actually, no, that's factually incorrect. He was promoted by Twitch. You guys remember the fucking Twitter clip that Twitch posted about Life is Strange 2? And it had DSP's little like, what? Oh my god! He jumped up and danced around, and they include that into the video. I low-key have a theory that someone told him that they were gonna do like a montage, and he intentionally like danced around because he knew that was gonna get him attention on Twitch. I don't know. I feel that was the case, but still, he was promoted by all these companies, and he was backed by them too. He got money from Machinima. And he got promoted. He also got promoted by the guy who got him into Machinima. I forgot his name. It was like, I want to say it's like either a guy with an S in their name or an H. Or whatever. But he got promoted into Machinima by him. And he didn't get promoted or backed by anything. Okay. Okay, dude. He wasn't even getting crowdfunded at the time. Except for the small times he was behind the scenes, that was more fishy than it is now, actually. You know what, that is kind of funny. Back then, because he would sometimes say, oh, I want to say thank you to the guy who actually donated to my PayPal link. Pretty cool, or whatever the fuck. It was very rare, and it was very, very fucking weird. And I just wonder how often that happened, that he didn't directly thank at that time. It really makes you think.
He's the guy, the one-man army who pumps out a ridiculous amount of entertaining content, and we support.
One-man army of just uploading, like, this, when he says shit like this, it does kind of piss me off, because, it pisses me off in like, a reasonable and unreasonable way. I'll put it that way. Reasonable in the sense that all he's doing is just sitting on a couch and just hitting start record, stop record, and upload each like increment of videos in a day. That's not really hard work. That's like that should be applauded. So that's the reasonable way. The unreasonable way is that it makes me just think about all these other content creators that put their like blood, sweat, and tears into their videos, their streams, or whatever like endeavor they put out, and they don't get any views. And he's sitting there like, I'm working hard. I have this, and all he does is just hitting start record, stop record. That's not really hard work. It's like the bare minimum. He doesn't even make his own thumbnails.
Support him. And then at the same time, within a couple years, Phil's the worst example of a content creator on YouTube. He's a piece of shit. He's an awful person. All he does is insult insult game developers.
This is pretty funny.
Not content creators.
Yeah, of course. Not content creators. He still makes fun of them. He doesn't make fun of game developers anymore. He makes fun of content creators now, which is better, dude.
Slam games. His shtick is old.
He still slams games. He slammed Cyberpunk. He had a weird fucking relationship with Last of Us 2. It was really fucking weird. The two games that, like, you know, shouts out to Lunar World Order. Every time I was watching his video, it's a good like countdown video of the worst things that happened in DSP gaming or whatever. I like that video, but every time I see Cyberpunk or Last of Us 2, I'm just like, oh, like I get like the temptation to skip forward because it's such a headache to deal with because those games have like such like the discussion of Cyberpunk and Last of Us 2, I think is far more nuanced for DSP to even handle. Like every time DSP gets in the realm of that discussion, it's just like I want to fucking disassociate from life. It's such a fucking headache. Good video, but I'm sorry, Ludwig. Just those two parts, it's just like, oh my god. Cyberpunk one is a little more funny though. I will say that part was kind of funny, but every time I go to Last of Us 2, what it is for Last of Us 2 is just that I am tired. It's the curse of being on fucking Twitter. If any of you don't have a Twitter account, you're lucky. You're fucking lucky. Because I am so fucking tired. Every time I go to Twitter, I see fucking discourse about Last of Us 2. The game is fucking old. And I'm over it. Like, the game is just... It's not even that bad of a game, and it's not even that good of a game. It's a fucking wet fart. Come on.
He's just he's an asshole. He's toxic. He's a bad person overall. He deserves no...
He is toxic. There's still, like, examples of him being toxic today. And I have a video that's gonna show one little example of him being toxic. It's a small example, but he's still pretty toxic. Come on.
Success, and he should die in a fire. It's funny.
DSP told people to die in a fire too. Pretty funny, huh?
How things change over time when you're doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, there's been such different... It's funny how things change over time when you're doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously.
Things change when you're doing the same thing, but if you really look at everything about DSP, the DSP timeline, you could probably argue when he started, no one really gave a fuck what he said because it's a fucking random on the internet. No one probably cared, and they were just like, okay, well, this guy's making videos, whatever, and they liked it for whatever reason. But then when people started making fun of him, because there was a slight few people that started to detract before the evil AJ stuff happened. A little bit of people started to turn away from DSP at that time. This is how you don't play and how he reacted to that kind of, sped that process up a lot. But if you look at all this stuff, more and more people started to really look at what he was saying and started to make opinions of their own and started to think. Because I've said this before, if you look at the instances of the people he bans, right, it's always people who just listen to what he says and starts critically thinking about what he's telling them, and he gets mad at them and then bans them. So that does say a lot about the kind of people that DSP wants in his community, because the second you start to think, that's kind of when DSP might ban you, if you're using that thinking power, dude, against him, man. Come on. But it's still like more and more people started to notice him and started to form opinions about him. So you could do technically the same thing and zero people can be upset at you, sure, but there's also a chance that that one person could notice you and see that you say something fucked up and call you out on it, and more people will be like, "Yeah, you have a point." That's why, like, a lot of people might like make a tweet about someone saying, "Hey, this guy's a piece of shit. Here's my experience with them," and some people might say, "Wow, that is fucked up." And then they'll turn on the guy or whatever, right? Because they might read that person's experience and be like, "Wow, that is fucked up," and kind of side with them. But at the same time, people might say, "Hey, that's not has nothing to do with me." Whatever. That's why there's always two discuss like arguments in that kind of situation. It's really not this. It's not that nuanced of a take to realize, you know. Uh,
Actually, there's been such different takes and opinions on stuff on the internet in the last 13 years, okay? And I'm not one to say that I am not at fault here. I am. At one point in my content creation career, I was very obstinate, stubborn. I didn't want to listen to any constructive criticism or feedback.
he says this, but now the gimmick that he does now, I guarantee this is gonna be the new gimmick he will do for until he dies. Is when someone says you should do this thing, he'll say, "I can't really do that thing right now. You know, maybe in the future, man. But right now, I need to focus on what I'm doing now that works." That is gonna be the new excuse to not do something, or at least he'll try to do that. So that'll be the new way to be obstinate. Not to outright say no and it's stupid or whatever, but he'll just say, "I can't do that right now. It's whatever." Which, sure, technically you should have been saying that from the start, I guess, but I think it might also be a better way to answer by saying, "I don't want to do it." I think that makes a little more sense. Like when he talks about the fucking PC, and when people say you should do PC games, he has a lot of dumb takes about that too, which is infuriating. And I'm a fucking Mac user. And I'm like, this guy's a fucking idiot. When a Mac user knows the value of a PC, that's when you know you fucked up. That's so there you go. There you go. But he instead of just saying I prefer playing on consoles, I like playing on Xbox and PlayStation. I know PC has all this other stuff, but I just I just want to play on console. That's what I prefer. I just don't want to deal with PC or whatever. That's fine. Like, sure, people are gonna be like, well, I actually DSP, you can do this and this and this. There's always gonna be people like that, and what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? Like, people are always gonna try to help you with things that you may not necessarily want. You know what I mean? Like, uh,
I felt I'm doing something that's popular on the internet. I'm making a living doing it. So obviously I know what I'm doing and you don't know what the hell you're talking about. My shit doesn't stink. My shit smells like delicious roses. Delicious? Who eats roses? My shit smells like nice roses. Pristine.
poo poo poo.
Oh, it's aromatic. It's great. Your shit, now that's the stinky shit. You see? But my stuff's good. So how dare you? How dare you criticize me?
Like, this is the shit. Like, I talked about this about like self-deprecating humor and all this stuff. So I'm not gonna get into a whole thing about that. But this is like another version of that, pretty much. I'm lost and I'm a selfish. Oh my god! Now I'm like open and understanding. Like these are just words. It's just window dressing. Like it means nothing until you actually do what you practice. You know.
That's how I used to be a long time ago. I was an idiot. I can openly tell you today, that's one of the dumbest mindsets you could possibly have on the internet. You have to be open. You always have to be jumping on trends.
But you always have to be jumping on trends. I like that because when he was talking about his green screen, I think it's either Forbidden Math or the Hate Army Watch. Is it Hate Army Watch? Yeah, Hate Army Watch. Either of them posted this video called the green screen scam, and he literally said, "Oh, it's just a fad, man," and all this stuff. Like he says, "Oh, I'm not obstinate," and all this stuff, but he just gives you all these excuses why it doesn't work, and he is stubborn. Because when people were telling him the use of a green screen, he was like, "I don't understand. The face cam isn't that intrusive because I can just resize it." Yeah, because people want this, right? They want DSP's face cam to be like this. All right, guys, you're in Street Fighter. All right, this is what people want. They want ant cam. Like, Okay, yeah, that's what they want. Because if you have like green screen, it's literally just your body. Your body doesn't cover a lot. I know I'm like hovering. Oh no, you can kind of see it. Like your body is not covering a lot of the screen versus the face cam that I even have that blocks the screen. The other thing that he could be doing is he could have these little fancy little templates. Like I changed mine to Umbrella from Skullgirls. So there you go. That's who that is. She's salty, guys. Pretty cool, huh?
You always have to listen to constructive feedback and make positive changes for what your audience wants. Because one thing that's popular today may not be popular tomorrow. And one thing,
What?
jumping on trends, you always have to listen to constructive feedback and make positive changes for what your audience wants. Because one thing that's popular today may not be popular tomorrow.
Okay.
And one thing that is popular tomorrow, forget you canceled.
What?
Because one thing that's popular today may not be popular tomorrow. And one thing that is popular tomorrow, forget you canceled. You know, there's so much stuff going on right now that's so different. You know, when I
Okay.
started this, it was like make a video, say ridiculous shit over the top. I didn't care.
No one that wasn't even like he acts as if that was like a requirement. You have to say something wild and crazy to get noticed on the internet. Okay.
About what I said or did. I don't care if it was offensive to anyone. I was just a jokester. I used to call myself an equal opportunity jokester and or hater, meaning I would hate on everyone.
An equal hater, dude. Okay.
I would hate on every racial group, every gender, every
I don't know. Did he hate on white people? I mean, I didn't hear a lot of anti-white stuff, dude. Come on.
culture, including my own. I would hate on Italians. I mean,
Oh yeah, he would hate on Italians. He would say, "Oh, the spicy meatball, mamma mia, dude."
go
Okay.
watch the fucking Assassin's Creed 2 playthrough. Oh my god. I made Italians look like the dumbest people on planet Earth, right? But that's what I mean. Like,
Did he though? I am honestly not gonna fucking go through the Assassin's Creed 2 playthrough to figure that one out. But I I vaguely remember the Godfather playthrough he did with Cat, no, Leanna. Yeah, Leanna. uh and all it was him just being like, "Oh, like Mamma Mia, dude." Just like bullshit like that. It wasn't anything that was like it was boppada boppada and all this stuff. Like it's not really anything. It's really nothing content versus like the stuff he did in Heavy Rain, where he says he just drops the N word for no fucking reason. He pretended to be a Nazi for no fucking reason. But guys, he was very, very top. He made tens look dumb. Okay.
I did it for everyone. And back then, you're talking 10, 11 years ago, no one cared. Everyone thought it was funny. But today,
No one cared. How do you know no one cared? People could have cared back then. And the other thing is that like Assassin's Creed 2, I would probably argue is probably during the time when people started to hate on DSP, like and all that stuff. Because I don't know if that was after or before the MGS3 stuff, but I would argue that it was probably around that time that people were still hating on him. So maybe that's why DSP. But it doesn't matter. But the thing is that he's saying this like, well, no one cared. It's kind of presumptuous to say because how do you know no one cared? They may not have cared enough to fucking leave a comment. They might have just been like, oh, this guy's toxic and unsubbed. And moved on. But he makes all these presumptions because he assumed everyone loved him back then. It's so insane how little he thinks of the past. He only knows what he uploaded and what big things happened in the past, but not the little things that might have happened or whatever. So it's really stupid for him to sit there and say like, "Oh guys, people didn't care back then." How does he know no one cared?
hey, oh God, you say one thing about anyone, it's like, Jesus, you might as well shove the pitchfork up your ass.
No, he says this, and I've said this many times. If DSP truly felt like, oh man, making racial jokes is fucked up, and I'll never do it again, and he meant that, right? Let's say if he did, he wouldn't have had this like little tangents of resentment, like, oh man, you see that today? Oh, you'd be fucking canceled, man. Oh, you'd probably just be like, yeah, those are fucked up jokes. I don't do them anymore. And they moved on. Like, you wouldn't sit there and be like, and make comments about how people would be upset today. Because, like, if you generally feel a certain way, you're not going to give a fuck about what other, like, you're not going to care about what other people think if you think it was fucked up in what you said. Like, sure, if you even if you went along with like, oh yeah, well, someone like a lot of people said that was fucked up, and I understand that now, and they're right, it is fucked up. You still wouldn't be having these little passive aggressive microaggressions. Ah, you know,
So, over the years, a lot of things have
sniff sniff.
definitely changed, okay? And as you guys have seen, my content has changed over the years in a major, major way. Now, you come to a live stream
How
live
did his
and some
content change? All that changed is he has trash behind him. He has a leaderboard on the bottom. And actually, no, he did change. He talks in a very roundabout way. And I said this in the last video. If you guys sat through 4 hours, I mean, you probably heard it, but I'll say it again since this is early on. I think DSP intentionally goes on these long rants and talks in circles and rambles and rambles and rambles because that has only gotten worse. So that troll videos can become unwatchable by making them innately longer videos. That's what I think is going on here. So this might be a fucking long video too, because this guy talks like a fucking
2021. And compare this to the content I put out, I don't know, in 2011.
crazy
and you're
man.
going to see some differences, although there's some similarities as well. I would say here's the similarities. I'm still playing games live. I'm still giving you live gameplay experiences and reactive commentary to what I'm seeing in the games. All right. I'm not afraid to criticize a game on the fly. I'm not afraid to complain if a part of the game is really pissing me off. All right. I don't pull any punches. Because of that, the gaming industry doesn't like me. I'm going to give you guys a little
Oh my god.
on the fly. I'm not afraid
This
to
is
complain if
silly.
a part of
This
the game
is
is
silly.
really
This part's kind of silly. It's hilarious how fucking
pissing
goofy
me
this
off.
is.
All right. I don't pull any punches. Because of that, the gaming industry doesn't like me. I'm going to give you guys a little secret. The gaming industry does not like people like me.
The game industry doesn't like me. Then how did you get games for free then? If you didn't, and it's so fucking fake because this dude played fucking LOL. Anyone remember that game? And he was being so fucking fake, pretending, oh, I'm gonna play this game when it comes out. I'm very curious how the final build's gonna be. Did he ever fucking go back to that game? No. Okay. He played Talos Principle. He loved that game, but he had to get paid $400 to even check it out. He got emails. Oh my god. This dude goes on and on saying, well, I got a lot of offers from indie games. And I'm like, no! But the game industry doesn't like him, yet he claims he gets offers to do indie games. But he says no, because he doesn't want to get sponsored, but the game industry doesn't like him. What the fuck is this narrative? And it's what I've said all along. This dude has all these narratives on sponsorships so that he could tell you how he wants you to feel. When he wants to be a victim, the trolls take away the sponsors, so he has to ask for tips. See how stupid the trolls are? It's so fucked up. But then if he wants to be a cool guy and be like, yeah, I'm not like these other people, then I turn down sponsorships because I'm the man of the people. I'm cool. Unlike those other guys that do fucking sponsors, they're dumb and chills and fake. I'm real because I turn them down because I'm real, man. And now it's like, yeah, and then this is another narrative he kind of does. It kind of falls in line with the one I just said. I'm cool because I am harsh and honest, and they don't like me because I'm honest, man. uh, guys, the reason why I don't get a lot of views and why no one likes my videos and my views are trash is because I am being honest and I am real and genuine. Damn it. That's what it is.
The gaming industry.
The Persona fans, I like Persona 4. They don't like me because they know I'm right. They know I'm honest about Persona 4 being a piece of shit game. They know I'm right. So that's why they don't say anything. I gotta. Oh, did I make that video public? I think I did. I'll have to check. I had a game club video on Persona 4. I need to make sure I made that public. You guys have to watch that video.
Who likes ass kissers. They want someone who's going to literally sit there and accept a paycheck behind the scenes. She doesn't like me. I'm going to give you guys a little secret. The gaming industry does not like people like me. The gaming industry likes ass kissers. They want someone who's going to literally sit there and accept a paycheck behind the scenes to kiss a game's butt. That's why content creators get games early, so they could do these specialty streams where they can't even criticize the game when they play it. It's free paid promotion for them, you see? So in their eyes, they want butt kissers. They want people who...
I have seen some people do these early streams or whatever the fuck. Rarely. But there was one, I think I don't remember which one it was, but I guess no. It was the beta of Halo, so never mind. But I've seen some people be semi-critical, or at least critical on some videos. It's just that they probably aren't gonna review, and they probably want to stream it just so that they can relax and play a game with their chat. Though I just like that he toxifies that and be like, oh, they can't even criticize the game. But what if they just want to stream a new game and they just want to relax and just talking shit with their chat? He claims that he's an interactive streamer and he hangs out with his chat and all this stuff. But he also claims that this is a thing that people do on Twitch all the time, or just people who stream all the time do, right? So how come if they do a early review copy, suddenly they only kiss the game's ass, but then any other game they hang out and interact with their chat? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. And like, this is something that I think just has never clicked in his little baby brain, is that these streamers that stream these games could just be streaming them just to hang out. Like, if Atlas gave me an early copy of Persona 4 Golden Platinum Royal Edition, let's say that they're doing that, right? Unfortunately, they're making another version of Persona 4. Let's say they're doing that, and they're like, Theo, we're gonna make you love Persona 4. Here's an early copy of this game. I just played just to hang out. I probably wouldn't give a shit. I'd just be like, alright, and then just like chill out and playing this game, whatever. But come on.
Would just say every game is good. I'm not like that. As you guys know, I'm the complete antithesis of that. I hate people like that, and I would never be like that. Okay? I consider myself the same as all of you guys. So when I'm playing a game, I want to be transparent with all of you, because I spent money on the game just like you do, right? I'm no better than any...
Did he buy the Xbox Series X? Did he buy he got like a few Guardians of the Galaxy, he got that for free. All this stuff, sure, you could argue, well, it's not from the game developer, it's from fans. But he still did not drop money on these things, so it lessens the blow of how he'd feel about the game. But it's always that little silver lining of, oh, it's a fan donated game, man.
Any of you. That's always been my mentality. Is I'm the guy who goes and has to line up outside the game store at midnight to get the game at release date to play it on stream the next day. Or, in the case of today, I'm the one who has to buy the game out digitally, preloaded on my...
I just like he has this like fake, like, I have to be just like you, man. And it's like, it makes it sound like work. If you really want to be the man of the people, you probably don't want to make it sound like as if it's a chore and you're like fucking whatever. I like how Snow Cooper's still in chat. I swear DSP banned him because he was being toxic, but he keeps him around because free money. I'm telling you, he'll keep you around until you say something very, very personal about him, then he'll ban you. But if you just say like, hey Phil, you're a doo-doo head, or shit like this, where Snow Cooper says you're the king of the alt-right, hail DSP, and all this stuff, like, he'll keep you around. It's free money to him.
Console before I play it. I'm not getting shit for free. I'm not getting special treatment where I get to play shit early. It's just not me, okay? Understand? Okay, so that's definitely the same when it comes to my content from back in the day and my content from today. But man, the rest of my content from today has changed a lot. Now, instead of the focus being on me doing constant commentary to fill all the dead air, because I'm an interactive streamer, now the focus is on having a great social experience with you guys. What does that mean?
Does he know how to be social, though? Because being social isn't just sitting silently until someone addresses you. That's not how socializing works. People are just gonna be more, like, bored, and talk about their own thing. Like that's why his chat goes on these little tangents that DSP feels dejected from, because he's not offering anything. What are they gonna say? Wow, Phil, you look good today. And he'll say thank you. Or say, I'm ugly, man. I just got out of bed, man. I'm awful, man. How can you say that? And say dumb shit like that. Okay.
That means we have fun conversations. Whether that means I'm reacting to things you're asking me, or even you're doing some commentary about the game or giving me advice on the game, and I react to that and I integrate that into my playthrough.
Wait,
Whatever
what?
it may be, I'm reacting to things you're asking me, or even you're doing some commentary about the game or giving me advice on the game, and I react to that and I integrate that.
Oh my god, this fucking alien. I integrate what you say in my fucking content. This dude's a fucking robot. Oh my god. DSP. Fucking go to school. He needs to go back to elementary school. He needs to learn how to fucking talk. This dude talks like a fucking robot. I read what you say in chat and I integrate that into my content. Like, oh my fuck, man.
Into my playthrough. Whatever it may be.
I hate it.
Because we're now having a live interactive social stream.
Oh, this sounds like, dude, this fucking sounds like fucking brainwashing. It's like you see those movies where like the main characters go against like this oppressive government or whatever, and one of the characters gets kidnapped and they strap him to a chair and they force him to watch this fucking video that is meant to like brainwash them into the fucking cult. It's like that's what this is. I integrate this into the videos. We have a good time together. We love each other. It's like, oh my god, dude, this dude is so fucking unhinged.
No more pressure on me to constantly be blabbing and filling the dead air with bullshit. Because that's what it was back in the day. It was like, man, I'm offline. I'm not live streaming, right? Or I was live streaming, but I was completely ignoring my stream audience. So it was all on me.
But there are many streams where he openly states that he's ignoring his stream chat because they're not talking to him.
It's on me. Everything on me. Phil's got to entertain us. I'm the one. Because the game will entertain you at some parts, but it ain't going to be the entirety of the content. I've got to do whatever. So I would say
that's not really true though, because even now it comes off more now that he expects the game to be entertaining. Because there's so many games he's played that are good. And he said, oh man, it's boring, man. This game is boring. It's putting us all to sleep, man. The people are not even talking about it, man. There's nothing really going on. And that's every game. There's good games he played that he said that about. It's like insane. I'm like kind of afraid if he ever plays Death's Door, he's gonna say that about that game. Because there are stretches of that game where it's like, you're doing a lot of exploration, but the game is insanely fun. I love Death's Door. I'll always sing the praise of that fucking game. If you haven't done it yet, play that game. Get Death's Door. It's on everything. Death's Door is amazing. I love that game. It's worth buying. Even if it ever gets on Game Pass, buy that fucking game. That game fucking rules.
Sexual jokes constantly, racist jokes constantly, scat humor, which I still do. To be the entirety of the content, I've got to do whatever. So I would say sexual jokes constantly.
This is what he thinks is funny. This is what he's like, I gotta fill the dead air. Okay, time to be sexist, racist, and bigoted, dude.
Racist jokes constantly. Scat humor, which I
like this and now it's just poop humor. Now think about this, right? DSP claims he's so creative and original and funny, but he relies on such shallow level of humor to entertain his audience. His content is fucking trash. Oh my god.
Still do to this day. I'm never gonna give up the scat humor. All right, sorry.
Good. He can't give it up because it's his fetish, dude. He loves poo. He loves it. Like at this point, that's what he's gonna be known for. He's gonna be known for as the poo guy. And honestly, I don't think anyone would want to be known for that. That's not something you want to be known for. Imagine, like, let's say the DSP curses the world with a kid, right? And Phil Jr. goes on the internet and he sees his dad make all this poo humor. You think his son is gonna look up to his dad and be like, you're cool? Oh my god. Does he like torture his wife with poo humor? Oh my god. I feel sorry for Kat. You know what? I feel sorry for her. I feel she's trapped in that fucking marriage with Mr. Pooh guy. The whole day she wakes up. Oh my god, cat. This sausage looks like poo. And she's just like, I wish Jasper had fucking claws right now.
That stays. But you see what I'm saying? Like, I had to constantly fill the air with over the top commentary. And there were times when people would very validly criticize me. And they would say, Phil.
So, this is how stupid this is, right? Valid criticism on those things. But when he had actual criticism about the fucking Pooh humor, he fucking ignores it. Like DSP, his entire chat could beg him to not make any more poo jokes, and he won't do it. Because he loves poop. He loves it. The thing, I just don't understand. The three things that can get DSP to fucking rant and rave: money, food, and poo. I can at least kind of understand food and money. I kind of get that. That at least makes sense. Everyone wants money. Okay. Food is tasty. Okay. Who fucking goes on about this? About poo? I've never seen anyone do that. And the only reason why I'm fucking talking about it because he's talking about it. Oh my god. I literally forgot this can lean back. I was freaked out.
What are you doing? Do you understand how immature your content is? Do you understand how bad this level of content
I fucking despise this. I fucking hate this so fucking much. That's immature, but fucking poo is. Oh my god.
is? There's no intelligence to it. It's
I don't know
literally
why
the
that
dumbest level
like
of
triggered me
content,
so
because
much.
all you're doing is stupid, over the top jokes constantly. And yes, one or two in a game.
I'm almost having a Delaware moment.
27 within 2 hours. It's like, Jesus, dude. Like, I'm tired of it. It's the same one-trick pony over and over.
You're still
And I
a
really
one-trick
feel
pony.
that's kind of weird.
That's his fucking content now. His content is just, I will play a game, and then I will read chat and say hello to contributions, and then I will move character around in a circle and do things. That is all he does. He's still a one-trick pony. He doesn't do any other videos. The only videos he does is stuff that he got paid to do, like Feasting with the King. He acts as if Feasting with the King is a new series he's doing and all this stuff, but it's always tied to money. He won't do it for free. He won't do it without a membership goal. So what's the fucking point? Ugh.
People started to turn against me was around maybe like 2012, 2013, when literally everything I did was exactly the same. Right? It was all the same.
I mean, Golden Colt is a fucking one-trick pony. This dude, it's so fucking. This dude is like, talk about a downgrade. He went from just being a guy that cheers overnight. That's what he was known for, and then he started to punish us by talking about food all day. He would cheer about food and get DSP to talk about food for like an hour, and now his gimmick is just doing this. This dude became a fucking bot. I don't know why I'm being fucking toxic like Golden Colts, but this dude is fucking. It's something. It's a journey.
Shit over and over and over, and people were like, "This is so bad." Phil has not evolved with the times. He doesn't understand that the future is live streaming, interacting with the community, and having social experiences that are meaningful. People want to come to your stream to enjoy the game and have a good time with you. They don't want to hear you constantly be saying this stupid, dumb, immature shit.
He says this, but he also told us that we all loved his content back then. And then he tells us that he didn't change, but now he says he changed. He only changed when it suits a narrative that he wants to push on us. Since this announcement's dealing with change and all this stuff, he changed. But if it's about how the trolls say he changed, he didn't change. He's the same. He's the same as he ever was. Okay.
Right? It was so played out. So, eventually I changed, and look at my content today, how different it is. Not to say that I don't always make, some of my reactions. Oh my god, watch the Resident Evil stream from last night. I'm getting my ass handed to me by these fucking demon dogs in the hedge maze. And I'm getting ended. I die again.
He got his ass handed by demon dags? I mean, I did that segment. I think the insects are far worse. Those things can fucking kill you easily. The thing okay, this is a little Resident Evil 4 rant. If you've seen the fucking stream I did yesterday, which was Monday, today's Tuesday as I'm recording this, like these fucking bugs. I fucking hate when they go on the ceiling. It's so fucking annoying. And then it's like, okay, I need to find them, and it's trash. And he's complaining about the dogs. The dogs are easy to kill. I am playing on fucking professional. The dogs are like fucking baby mode. They're so easy to deal with. But okay.
The last second,
Yeah.
it's fucking hilarious. I loved it, even though it's very stressful to me to try to get through it. I'll put up with the stress.
Oh
in
my
order to
god,
entertain.
dude. I would love to watch GSP play fucking Resident Evil 4 on professional. This is just a rant. I've never felt so stressed out playing Resident Evil 4 than I thought I would playing it on professional. The part where you had to do the crank was so fucking hard for me. I had no ammo. Like, dude, that part was fucking rough. I am still thinking about that. I don't know how I even beat it. It was rough. It got to the point. I just want you to think about this, okay? There's one enemy left I had to deal with. Yeah, stage 2 Plagas, the ones that, can insta kill you easily. They just bite your head off. All I could do was use my knife. Think about that. And I somehow beat that part. That game is so stressful. I kind of love it, and I'm just like, oh my god, this fucking game, man. And he's complaining about it on normal. Oh my god, dude.
You guys, all right?
It may not be fair to you to
through it
to do it, but you know.
That I feel a stream like last night. Last night's Resident Evil 4 stream is way more genuine and entertaining than a stream where I'm sitting there and there's nothing really going on. And so I'm going to go ahead and say, oh, this stupid sexualized joke. Ada Wong was on the stream last night. Old school
Ada Wong
would have made 700 stupid sexualized comments about Ada Wong. And that would have been the stream, right? Last night I made 0 sexualized comments.
This dude talks like a fucking child. Mom, I did 0 bad things. But all he does now when a woman's on screen is like this, and it's fucking embarrassing. He says it's more meaningful, but every time a woman shows up, he looks so uncomfortable. Like, look at the scene in, I don't remember the fucking game, it was a horror game, where there was a breastfeeding scene, and it's like, breastfeeding is fucking nothing. It's a nothing fucking issue. And he's like, oh my god, fucking breastfeeding, oh my god, I gotta fucking cover my eyes, oh my god, breastfeeding, oh my god, no! And it's like, dude, she's just giving her baby fucking milk. Like, not that big of a deal. And then he started crying about, like, what's the they did this for kids, man. They did this to make them feel all, like, hardy. But, like, if you look at as far as I remember, that story's theme was trying to illustrate it was, like, motherhood or some shit like that. And one of the things that conveys motherhood feelings is fucking breastfeeding, because there's a lot of things attached to it. There's a lot of emotion into that. And instead of him taking that as a story thing and be like, oh, okay, like, all right, it's like, oh my god, no, I can't see it, man. And it just robs any of the integrity. And then he claims that the cyberpunk stuff was all sexualized stuff too, and it's like, I kind of, to kind of compare it, I kind of felt that with Game of Thrones when I was watching that show. It's like, the sex scene seemed a little much, and it's like, we don't need this amount of sex in it. Like, it was kind of, like, ridiculous. But, for Cyberpunk, it was not even that often that it happened. And when it did happen, it was just to, like, show a montage of shit going on in fucking Johnny's life or whatever. Like, it's not really that big of a deal. Like, even the Game of Thrones stuff wasn't a big deal. It wasn't like every time I saw it, I was like, oh my god, I can't watch it. It was just like, oh, okay, like, it was whatever. But DSPX, like, it's like such a grave insult to humanity.
About Ada Wong. Instead, I just played the game and had fun with it, and raged at some of the stuff, and had fun interaction with you guys. And I actually feel that kind of content now is way more meaningful than anything that I ever used to put out. You know what I'm saying? I really do feel that kind of content is much better, and I hope that you guys feel the same way. I would think that that's the reason why in the last, year, especially since I became a full-time content creator here on YouTube, that I started to see a major resurgence in people having a positive opinion towards me and my content, because you now realize that it's about the content creator here on YouTube. Much better. And I hope that you guys feel the same way. I would think that that's the reason why in the last, year, especially since I became a full-time content creator here on YouTube, that I started to see a major resurgence in people having a positive opinion.
Resurgence. His view count hasn't really changed. It's still the same as it was when he was on Twitch the last year he was there, where he just averages like 300, 400 views now. Like he used to average 4 to 500. Now it's 3 to 400 on a good day. And it's still the same fucking people. And he's like, "Oh, it's a resurgence." Dude, you went from Twitch to YouTube and everyone had to migrate over. Of course it's going to be a resurgence because of that. And I just love the fucking memes that these super chats he gets now are, "Wow, man, I saw you in the fucking YouTube search. Wow, it's the same meme he got on Twitch. Wow, you're still alive?" Like, in 5 years, he's gonna go back. Let's say he goes back to Twitch in 5 years, right? It's gonna be 2035. Whatever the fuck. That might be more, whatever. Whatever, you know what I mean. He goes back and he'll get a cheer. "Wow, you're still you're still streaming, Phil? Wow, man, I'm surprised, man. Remember me? I watch your content when you're on Blip TV." And he's gonna be like, "Wow, man, that is long ago, man. Wow."
Towards me and my content, because you now realize that it's about the games and it's about us having a good time and my honest reactions to the games, and it's not about Phil doing the shitty over the top stuff constantly.
But he said he was always honest back then.
So that's one of the major ways that I've changed over the years. Okay. And the thing is, as you guys know, in 2022, I told you guys, what's one of my major goals? Well, one thing is I'd like people to feel that this channel is a social experience. You come to DSP Gaming on YouTube and you can chill and.
This is fucking stupid. Of course he wants to grow DSP Gaming. It's like a guy saying I'm gonna go to you might as well just be announcing I'm gonna get some food because I'm hungry. Like it's that level of dumb. Because of course he wants to grow the channel he makes money on. Do you think a film director is gonna direct a movie to make money? I want to make a movie so that way I can people can watch it and they can enjoy it, and then it will grow, and I'll get more notoriety, and I'll make more movies. Why would a film director want to do that?
Enjoy games, have a fun interactive stream with me, watch the stuff on demand, leave a few likes, leave a few comments, talk with people in the comments of the videos, and have a positive experience again, which is very different. Many years DSP Gaming was just an archive channel, just a bunch of videos there with nothing on them, watch them, leave, done, right? I want this to be a go-to place on the internet to be doing fun gameplay content again, and people are feeling that positive social experience,
positive vibe,
okay?
Positive groove.
So that's my goal, and along with that goal, as I've told you, I have certain milestones and things that I'm planning. One thing I absolutely would like this year is that by the first week of April, my birthday, to hit 200,000 subscribers on DSP Gaming. If I could hit 200,000 subs on this channel, that would be a big important milestone for me, because this channel sat stagnant for many years.
He had a similar goal on Twitch. Then when he hit it, it's like, oh, it's all bots, so nothing. And this is really stupid. This is oh my god, this fucking video, man. He's doing a birthday week celebration that week, right? So what's the difference between doing that versus doing a celebratory goal for hitting 200,000 subs on YouTube, and he's gonna do a celebration the same week? Why would that matter? Wouldn't it be more cool and all that kind of shit to just to hit it and then do it when he hits it, whenever he hits it naturally? Because this kind of makes it sound as if he just wants people to make bots, and that's all that's gonna happen. And his narcissism is so bad. It's so bad. His narcissism has gotten a lot worse. It is scary how bad it got. I really can't believe. I can't believe it. At the time, it's just insane that he'll probably just go along with it anyway. You could fucking do bots and he'll go along with it because it will fit his narrative that he wants you to agree with, and it'll just be a big ego stroke. I just love that all his milestones is stuff that his viewers have to do. It's nothing he has to do. Oh, it's I could say, oh, I want this year, 2022, to be the year where I finally release issue 0 of my webcomic that I'm working on. I am working on it, guys. It's been worked on. I want that to be up by this year. That's something I have to do. I have to do that. I'm putting effort into making that happen. What does DSP want to do to make happen this year? Stuff that you have to do, because that's how it works. Obviously,
because I ignored it while I focused on my Twitch endeavors and my Twitch business. Twitch is gone now, okay? So now we're here to focus on the future of YouTube. And I want to build this channel back up to something prominent. So 200,000 subs in 3 months, especially with the ridiculous amount of great games coming out next month, I don't feel is too hard of a stretch. In fact, every month we're gaining around roughly 500 subscribers on the channel. If we just maintain the same level we have right now, okay, likely I will hit maybe around 197.5 subscribers by April, but I'm hoping there's going to be a big boost in February. Okay?
and I like how he
Now,
says this,
why
but
am I telling you all
whatever.
this?
He got like a big boost in
Well, I'm telling you all
subs
this
when he was on
because
Twitch too.
I have an
but
announcement to
okay.
make today. Something that's actually been in the works for quite a while, and I have not really mentioned it at all. Is something that has been a long time coming.
Yeah,
and
I'm
absolutely
skipping through the
positively
clowns.
Had to happen at
Oh,
some point
shit,
when the
fuck
time was
that.
right. And I was actually waiting for when I felt the time was right. And to be honest,
Wait,
long
what?
time coming and absolutely positive.
A long time coming. Okay, and he was waiting for the right time. Then how come did he like fucking cling on to the King of Hate for years? Then, if this was a long time coming, he was defending the King of Hate name throughout last year. But now it was, in the working and all this stuff. Why didn't he nip it in the butt, dude? When he had the chance. This is really fucking stupid, and it really kind of comes off as fake because he could have done this whenever, but he's telling us that he was waiting for the right time to do something that he should have done years ago. And they act as if this was a thing he strategized. Oh, okay, dude.
Had to happen at some point when the time was right. And I was actually waiting for.
Not when people were telling him directly about the King and all of these people during the PUBG streams and all this stuff, and then people were raising a stink about it. That wasn't the right time, obviously. When people kind of stopped caring about it was when the time was right, because that makes a lot of sense, right? Okay.
For when I felt the time was right. And to be honest, for a while, I did think that this was something that had to happen, but I was like, I don't think it's going to have any impact. I don't think this is the right time. We have to wait for it to be a time when it makes perfect sense.
Why? What?
I actually feel now is the time.
This dude acts as if he's gonna reveal like fucking video game. Like, oh, we can't announce the fucking GTA trilogy before. We have to announce it when the time is right, so that people can get hyped for it, right?
So, what is it? What is this change? What is this big announcement I'm about to make? A cameo. Power trip. I'm going on a power trip. I'm getting hair plugs. I'm having a sex change. This is very interesting stuff right now. I'm getting a green screen. I'm getting a new PC.
I love that every time DSP hypes up an announcement, someone always says, it's a new PC, guys. Or it's a green screen. No, it's not going to be that. Guys, the PC and the green screen have to be carrots at the end of the stream. You can't just announce that. He has to dangle that forever. He'll probably, like, the PC might maybe happen, but I ain't gonna say it is, because because if we listen to what he tells us, he should have had a green screen the beginning of last year. So do you really think he's gonna get a PC and a green screen anytime soon? He's just gonna keep dangling it. He said specifically, oh, it's gonna be in the summer, guys. We're gonna do it in the summer. Guaranteed by the time we get to the summer, he's gonna have some drama happen. Oh, guys, I need more money. I can't do a green screen right now. I need to just focus on doing this right now. So, no.
I'm selling my farts in a jar. That's actually not.
I did want to skip this. I just want to.
Voice cut is returning. Phil's going to OnlyFans.
It has to be your.
It's going to start streaming again. Look at all this.
Where's? Oh, here we go. I see the collab.
Okay. Phil's collabing with Review Tech USA.
Look at this, dude. What a face. And then he had to turn. This is like a forced laugh. This looks like he's gonna throw up.
Ladies and gentlemen, in line with what we're talking about here, of change over the years, improvement over the years, and me becoming a better content creator, and in a lot of ways, I feel a better person. I feel that in the last 13 years of my life, I've actually grown more as a person than I did any time before then. But 27 years of my life before I ever did YouTube was like the intro. Seriously. And now these last 13 years, I did any time before then. But 27 years of my life before I ever did YouTube was like the intro. Seriously. And now these last 13 years, all these things that have gone on with me, and I've changed, I've seen things happen, I've had these experiences, some positive, some negative, that have changed me as a person, content creator, and I absolutely love being who I am today. I told you guys, every day with you guys, every day, my job is
I'm just gonna speed up. This is fucking
okay?
redundant. Holy shit, dude.
And so, when you move forward positively, all right, even though it could be kind of sad, you do have to give up things from your past. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I am retiring the moniker. I almost got you.
No.
I am retiring.
I like how he thinks that you almost got us with that.
The moniker.
You need money, okay? You're not gonna retire now. Come on. If you tell us this in 2040, I'd believe you, though.
Yes. I am retiring the moniker of the King of Hate. For those of you who don't even know what that means, okay, allow me to give you some background.
I just love, he's making this big announcement of retiring something, and he then follows it. In case of you guys who don't know what that means, so he pretty much admits that's kind of irrelevant to him. But it's a big announcement. He's retiring something that's irrelevant. Wow.
Right? Way, way back in the day. All right? Before I ever was a content creator for the internet of any kind, before I ever made a single video for YouTube, I used to be part of the competitive Street Fighter community. I was an asshole. I was a troll like crazy. Like when I was in my...
I love that he keeps acting as if he was a big-time troll, when all his trolling was just calling... It was pretty much calling people stupid. That's pretty much it. That's him trolling. You're stupid. Okay. Alright.
20s. I was such a dickhead.
That's like me saying, guys,
right?
I'm a huge troll, guys.
Alright, I was. I will tell you that.
I did a DSP video. I'm a huge troll.
So much bullshit trolling online to people. I really look back today and I'm like, man, I was a complete scumbag. And of course, I wish I could go back and change the things I did, but I can't. What happened back then, right? And so, when I would announce I was going to attend a Street Fighter tournament or whatever back in the day, people would literally crap all over me. Oh, that guy's a scrub. Oh, that guy sucks. That guy's terrible. That guy won't... Don't worry about that guy talking shit on the internet. He ain't going to do nothing in the tournament. He's going to job. He's not going to place at all. He's going to lose to everyone. And I'll be honest with you, all right? For a while, that was true. I was one of the biggest shit talkers in the Street Fighter community. And I would go to tournaments and I would lose. And that's embarrassing. You talk big. You're
now remember this.
But eventually,
he said he would lose.
Eventually, that did change. After years of dedicating myself to going to tournaments and playing. By the way, there was no online play back then. It was all playing stuff in person. Okay, traveling, paying tons of money to do all this, to play Street Fighter in person at tournaments. I actually got good enough that I started winning tournaments. And the King of Hate moniker originated not because I was a hateful person and I was a dick and I'm the king of that. It was because so many people hated on me, saying that I wasn't good enough, I wasn't ever going to be a tournament level player, I was just a scrub, a kid on the internet, a nobody, an asshole, a piece of garbage. To some extent, a lot of that was true because I was an asshole, for sure. But I would use that hatred thrown against me to motivate myself to continue to play and get better at the games until I could actually become a tournament winner. And I did. It took a while. I started
Whoa.
my tournament career in Street Fighter, I'd say like late 1999, and it took all the way up to like 2005 for me to actually start consistently winning and placing in tournaments. But Evo, 4th place, which is huge, okay? And then all the tournaments that I entered after that, I was making top 3, I was winning local tournaments. The years after that, winning Evo East twice in a row, actually going to all the qualifiers for Evo all around the country and making top 3 in every qualifier, in some case winning some
Oh
other
my
qualifiers.
God.
At one year, I had so many tournament qualification spots for
Okay,
Evo
we're just gonna.
he qualified too many times. Okay?
Wait, what?
I had earned
What was
like
that?
7 spots to the finals. So there's like 7 dark side fills in the final bracket. We have to eliminate some of these and give other people his spots because he qualified too many times. Okay?
How did that
So,
happen?
that
That sounds
being said,
very fishy. How did he
I
qualify
owned the
7
moniker
times?
the King
Didn't
of Hate.
he
It was
qualify
Phil.
one time?
It's hated on so much, but he uses
That's weird. I don't
hatred
know.
against him to motivate him to do well and actually perform and win in tournaments. That was my shtick for many, many years. Okay,
Wait, what?
that
His shtick was to
hatred
win?
against him to motivate him
Oh.
to do well and actually perform and win in tournaments. That was my shtick for many, many years. Okay,
That's the shtick?
Now,
Okay.
when I began,
Did they
on
did they
YouTube,
know that, or
okay,
did you know
as a
that?
content creator, which
and
it
they
wasn't
didn't?
called back then, it was just called a YouTuber or whatever. Okay, I carried over that persona from the Street Fighter community to my content creation on YouTube. All right, and over the years, you saw merch that said "The King of Hate," right? A website, thekingofhate.com, series
What
that
about
are
Hate
based
Army?
on me being the King of Hate, right?
Right?
Hell, Ask the King, my Q&A show. Ask the King of what? The King of Hate, right? Feasting with the King of what? The King of Hate. You see, this is always a thing, an ongoing thing.
I don't know. I
King of
wouldn't
Hate.
say that. I think it's just his narcissism coming out. Like, that's because who sits there and calls themselves a king? Yes, I'm the king, man. I'm the king. I don't think. I think the hate is. I genuinely think he only picked the King of Hate because it sounded cool. I don't think he had this poetic fucking reason for it. He just called it that because it sounded cool to say. Because he's that guy. You think this guy's creative to come up with a name? I mean, okay.
It was ingrained into all of my content.
It's just his narcissism.
All right, it was. It just was. It was a part of me because it was a title that I had used over the years, and it was catchy. And at the beginning, the early days that I was doing all this content creation stuff, it was something that had, oh wow, that sounds catchy. It's interesting. You know, people liked it. All right, right. The King of Hate vlogs. My vlogging channel is called the King of Hate vlogs. Right?
Oh no.
Right.
Uh-oh.
There you go. Now, after all of these years of doing this, all right, I noticed something, and my viewers noticed stuff. They noticed that over the years, 2 things happened. First of all, I stopped being so angry. Like when I started as a content creator, I was a very angry
Yeah, now
guy.
he has no
I was
personality.
constantly
What an
swearing,
improvement.
Constantly be insulting game developers, constantly saying sexualized
Like,
jokes.
I just love that we're now toxifying just the emotion of anger. Like, that's innately bad, apparently. The emotion that everyone feels. Everyone gets angry. But no, now that's bad. We can't be angry. What? Then how is the angry video game nerd still relevant, dude? Or at least still making videos and being successful? Shouldn't he be canceled because he's angry? Shouldn't that be bad?
Insulting, racial humor, all this stuff. Everyone knows that, right? That's why I was just making the point I was making is that that's changed over the years. I don't really do that stuff anymore. I've become more of a social interactive streamer, more positive guy over the years than I ever was negative, right? I kind of got rid of all of that baggage, that baggage I had on me that made me feel like terrible all the time. I kind of got rid of it. I'm a happier guy now than I ever was before. That's definitely the truth.
That's not true.
But
You're
in
better in
addition to
2015, dude. Come on.
All right. What we saw was a direct change, right? A direct change in the way that people react to things on the internet. And I always explained my King of Hate.
Dude. My viewers realize people act differently. Well, guys, can you fucking believe that? People said that now? people react to things differently throughout the time. This is not like that's such a stupid point to even make because how do you think that we created the word misunderstandings? Ah,
moniker as, no, I'm not a hateful person. I'm not a racist. I'm not a
I
sexist.
hate
I'm
this
not a bigot of any
video.
kind.
This
What I am
dude
someone
is
who owns the hate
insane.
against him and
I
uses that
think
hatred
you know
to
what?
motivate
You
him.
know what? He tells us he has a secret health condition, so his doctor probably gave him some medication. I think this medication is making him like act this way. This has to be a side effect because there's no way. Like it blows my mind when you go to his older videos and you see him now, and it's just like it's not that he changed in the way that he wants you to believe he changed. It's just everything, the way he talks, the way he acts, the way he thinks, everything is different, and it's not for the better. It's not. It really isn't.
To do better in everything in life. In Street Fighter, that was one thing. Now that I'm a content creator on the internet, it's the same thing. People hate on me constantly, say I'm not good enough, I'm a crappy person, whatever. You say whatever you want. I'll use that to motivate myself to do better, and I'll stick around and keep doing good stuff. And that's kept me going. Honestly, it really has been a major thing. That's how I am. I'm a stick it to him kind of a guy. When someone says shit like that to me, I say, I'll prove you wrong. Okay?
He will never get a green screen. He will never speak coherently. He will never stop saying poo jokes. So maybe now he'll stop, right?
Okay.
Makes a lot of sense, right? Yeah.
What I would definitely see over the years, people want to believe whatever they want to believe. They do. People will
believe whatever they want to believe. So I'm changing the things because they believe in these things. So I'm changing it, but they'll believe whatever they want to believe. So why are you trying to please them then, dumbass? They're not like if they're gonna believe whatever they want, then why should you change your name for them? Like that's like me saying, well, people are just not gonna like my videos, so I'm gonna change my videos for them. Like that makes no sense. Why would I do that? It's like, come on, think.
We'll get into this. What do they call it? An echo chamber, where you
Uh-oh.
just get with a like group of people.
You learned a word.
Repeat what you want to believe over and over until you believe it. You don't have proof or
what?
We'll get into this. What do they call it? An echo chamber, where you just get with a like group of people and you repeat what you want to believe over and over until you believe it.
That's not what an echo chamber is. He learned a word and doesn't even know the meaning of it. It's when you talk to people and they all agree with you and they all validate what you say. Like, they all say you're right. That's what an echo chamber is. You're talking to people that will tell you that you're right all the time. Which is funny because that's what his streams have become. He says things and his chat has to believe it. His chat's a fucking echo chamber. And he's telling us that we're the echo chambers. I'm sorry, Phil. I have seen more detractors disagree amongst themselves over a lot of things more than your fucking fans do when you say dumb shit. So that's not fucking true at all. Sure, there are some trolls that will just believe what other trolls say, whatever. That's like both sides of the aisle. But I've seen more people be in an echo chamber for Phil than the trolls. I have seen that way more evident there, more prevalent there than anywhere I've been. Like, come on.
You don't have proof or factual basis for it, but you have an echo chamber of everyone saying the same shit, you'll believe it. There's people out there right now that are crazy enough to actually think that the COVID vaccine will do horrible things to you.
Now, another thing I tweeted about this, so if you guys follow me on Twitter, you know what I'm going to say, but remember he's mocking people for believing false information about vaccines. I just want you to think about this in the back of your head for a sec, because he's gonna get right into a point that's gonna make this sound really fucking stupid.
It will fuck your body up. You'll grow a third arm out of your ass. You'll fucking, you'll be impotent for the rest of your life. There's zero facts or science based on this, but these people sit in an echo chamber of conspiracy theorist morons, and they repeat that shit ad nauseum till they fucking believe it because they're assholes. They're dumb. People who are like that are the lowest form of intelligence. They are sheep who are meant to be led because they're so dumb they don't want to have an active thought in their fucking head that's smart. Okay?
Now, these people who are anti-vaxxers have the fucking devil's advocate point of saying, well, what about people who just follow the government? They say the vaccine works, and then this happens, and that happens. Like, it happens on both sides. I just don't like discourse. I mean, I just believe in fucking vaccines. I've growing up with getting vaccines all my life, I really don't see the point in getting a fucking COVID vaccine. I mean, I got at the beginning where it's like, oh well, this is like a, who knows, but it's been like proven. Like, sure, people who get the vaccine can still get sick, but that doesn't mean that the vaccine does no protection. I said this before. To me, it's like the vaccine gives you some protection, which is better than zero protection. That's how I see it. It is what it is, though. I mean, I'm not gonna. I am not the one to tell you how to live your life. I'm just saying what I go about.
In
Oh my
regards
god,
to
I
me,
fucking hate this
in regards
fucking
to
video.
my moniker of the King of Hate, you guys know, why did the camera just change colors? Oh my, explain what the King of Hate means over the years. Okay? But none of that matters. Seriously, none of it matters. Because to a group of people on the internet...
No, the reason of the King Hate moniker, all the meaning of that, the reason why it didn't matter, I said this when he talked about this many times. If you have a name of something and you have to constantly explain what it means, it's a bad name. Like, it's been a joke in every fucking show on TV, skits, all the time, where the joke is that they make a name of something and the name is so dumb and terrible that people think it's one thing, and the person has to overly explain what it means so that it makes sense. And that's like the joke. That's like the butt of the joke, pretty much. And that's what the King of Hate is, pretty much. It's the real world application of that joke. It's the joke come to life. And he thinks that, like, well, these people are fucking idiots. But if you have to sit there and explain to them why the name exists, it's not a good name. Like, that's why I don't have to explain why my channel is called Theo Does Vids. It's very fucking obvious why I named it that. And it's not a great name either. It's not a fucking creative name. I'm not saying it's creative, but at least it's simple and it's to the point. And I don't have to sit there and tell people what it means.
This is the guy who calls himself the King of Hate. Can you believe this guy is successful and this guy has a business that works and all this? Because can you believe all the nasty stuff that he's done over the years? And here's examples of him being a sexist and a bigot and a racist. And then they'll see what I mean. Now, you guys know what the King of Hate means.
Now, he says this, but when trolls go after these companies to be like, DSPs are racist and DSPs this and that, they don't like fucking give these people the fucking YouTube link to his fucking King of Hate Vlogs channel. They show him fucking clips of his DSP gaming channel, of him saying things.
But they twist it for their own purposes, okay? They will say, oh, it means a horrible thing, okay? And then they'll cite examples out of context. Things that I did 10 years ago or more that I don't do anymore in my content. And they'll say, you see, this is who Phil is.
I like how he says that DSP says that the trolls are spinning stuff, but he's spinning the spin. Because no one has done this. With OP Seats, I've seen like the tweets that was directed to them at the time, and none of them were just straight up posting his fucking vlogging channel as proof. It was just fucking, hey, look at this video where he says Nazi jokes. Oh, look at this video of him saying the N-word. Look at that. Look at this. And these are all things that was said on his gaming channels, not his fucking vlogging channel. And he acts as if the vlogging channel was like the fucking smoking gun for all these things, which it wasn't. The trolls saying about like, oh, the King of Hate is like a hateful thing and all this stuff is just because of the title and face value of things. Like, he should have realized, like, we have government saying hate groups, hate speech, hate crime. And in his head, he doesn't think that, hate is associated with all these things that have real world implications. Maybe it's not a good idea to attach the king of to a fucking word that's associated with those things. And that's also why, like, you've seen people like say, well, hate's a strong term. I don't want to say I hate this or I hate that, because it's a strong fucking term. And he's saying like, people just fucking have this negative association with the word. I wonder fucking why.
He's a terrible, hateful, awful person. How could he be successful? Now, you may have learned that in 2021, okay, I was blatantly, outright mistreated by multiple companies. We're not talking
mistreated. Ooh,
idiots
boy.
on the internet believing conspiracy theories. We're talking major corporations and companies that I need to do business with on a daily basis to make a living.
Did he need
They
to make
treated
business
me
with
like
Teespring
shit,
though? Think about it. Think
and
about
then
that.
refused to explain why. Okay? So,
Here we go,
I did
guys.
some research. I worked my ass off last year to figure out what was going on. And
He did research and worked his ass off. The most he did was just email them, and they either said he got banned for hateful slurs, or he got no response. And he says that's research. If he did research, he probably would have realized Teespring has a policy where if your store is inactive for, like, I think it's 6 months, if not a lot of sales are made, they'll just close your fucking store. So guess what happened? No one was buying things, and then Teespring closed the store.
And thanks to the help of quite a few people, thank you to those who did help me with this over the course of the year. A couple behind the scenes contacts.
Now, here we go. Here we go, right? He worked his ass off research, but all that happened was people just emailed him stuff. That's the research he busted his ass for, right?
All right, that I have now in the industry.
In the industry, he has oh my god, he has contacts in the industry, guys. Just like you, the normal gamer, he doesn't get sponsorships, but he has contacts. Okay, I'm glad that no one caught him out on that, right? This guy who gets no sponsorships somehow has contacts in the industry.
Found out what actually happened.
Okay.
And I can actually talk about it today for the first time. I can't outright give you details because I don't want people to get in trouble who were involved in this, okay? In 2021, my haters realized they had tried every possible fucking thing they could to stop me on the internet from being successful and were unsuccessful.
When
So
does it
rather
get
than
sexy?
actually base their hatred on things that I did, they decided to fabricate a straw man argument against me that was not true. What they did, they actually took the King of Hate moniker that I had used over the years, and they actually compiled a brand around it that I'm a hateful guy, I'm a bigot, I'm a sexist, I'm a racist, and they compiled all this data, and they actually started sending it to all the companies who I was associated with behind the scenes, including Twitch, Streamlabs, Teespring, and actually quite a few more. All right?
Okay.
I was shown evidence of this.
So here we go, right? So he says that Twitch banned him for these profiles that trolls made or whatever, right? So he says in this video that all these people believe in the fucking vaccine conspiracies, that it's gonna give you a third arm out of your ass and this and that. DSP. A lot of these people who believe in like these conspiracy theories over the vaccine have gotten data from people that have done research and all this stuff, and they say, oh, look at this research we got that shows this and all that stuff. These people who claim about the third arm from the fucking vaccine and all this other nonsense from it have all claimed they got from a source. So DSP, you saying, oh, I got a source saying that this is what's going on is just as valid and like totally believable as these other fucking sources that these people bring up about the vaccine giving you a fucking third arm or whatever the fuck. It's the same principle of just saying I did research and I figured this out. And it's so fucking dumb. Oh my god, man.
And I was like, what? Seriously?
And he believed it.
Because again, all last year I was scratching my head. Why would I be kicked out of the Twitch partner program? Why would Teespring just close my fucking merch account out of nowhere? That was really the kicker for me, was the Teespring one. Because that one, I had been working with Teespring for so many years. I had all this merch on there that was never an issue. And all of a sudden, overnight, they decide your account is a violation or something, so we're just closing your account. And then they wouldn't even talk to me about it. Okay? So, yeah. So here's what actually happened. These people would take a montage.
Again, what is the fucking evidence, though? He didn't have... Like, he says, oh, they sent me evidence. But what is it? Who is its contact? He won't tell us. No names. Is it only his coffee? Did you just email him fucking on a whim saying, oh, the guy Phil, this is why. It's not really why. It sounds like that this dude, whoever emailed him, just looked at fucking trolls' Twitter accounts and assumed that must be it. Like, I could fucking tweet out, like, whatever dumb shit, and then that guy will feed it to Phil, and Phil will be like, oh my god, that happened? Oh my god.
Of some of the things that I said like over 10 years ago, right? Things that I don't say anymore, racist kind, or I don't want to say racist, but racial jokes and things that I had said. Yes, including the infamous Nazi jokes from
Nazi
2010.
Jokes? Why is that in quotations? Because it was a Nazi joke. You pretended to be a Nazi.
Keep in mind, it's 2022, and people are still referencing that one fucking video that I did with Nazi jokes in it. Okay?
This dude says this, right? But he holds so many people for what they did years ago. He's still mad at Evil AJ for making This How You Don't Play. He's still mad about that. And I guarantee this dude, 10 years from now, is still gonna be mad at Tevin for making a fucking video about him. He's still gonna be mad that I praised Tevin for being successful. They did a video about me. I can't believe it. I'm sure he's still mad about that. Deep down in his fucking pig brain, he's still fucking mad. He's still salty about that. It's insane. This dude says this, but he holds so many people to task for things they did in the past. He held Tim Schafer accountable for the things he did for Broken Age years ago. He won't play the Surge because of a game they did years ago. But how dare you bring up things he did in the past, dummy? Like, come on.
This many years fucking later. So they took that video and a few other videos, the King of Hate moniker, as well as then saying, well, you see, Phil will claim that he's changed, but then why does he still use the King of Hate moniker? Take a look at his YouTube channel. Take a look at the description of the channel. It references the King of Hate a bunch of places. He still has a website, thekingofhate.com. All of this still exists. So obviously, even though he claims he's changed, he's the same person. So
this is another kicker too later on. So it's gonna be. This video is funny
12
now.
Years later,
I still hate this video, but it's funny now.
And these people actually spammed the shit out of these companies with this stuff to the point where the companies were like, "Well, if we're getting multiple complaints about Phil,"
I love that he sympathizes with these companies, but not Twitch though.
Just drop him. Now here's the thing. Take a look at Twitch. All right.
Like Twitch is the one he's super negative about. Really,
anything to violate
really weird.
Twitch's rules? No, not at all. You want to know what happened?
That's technically not true.
I was removed from Twitch's partner program because of the fucking shit that I did 10 years ago. Yeah, I'm not kidding. That's what happened. It had nothing to do with anything that I did on Twitch, because if it did, I would have been banned from Twitch. But I wasn't. I was removed from the Twitch partner program because they didn't want to put monetization on someone who 10 years ago said ridiculous things.
If you listen to that video, he said the email told him that he made like multiple like whatever of hateful slurs, which is such a vague term. It's kind of what's the word? I don't want to say malicious. I mean, it is kind of convenient, right? But it's like, it's such a vague term that it can umbrella a lot of things. Like, if to the point where Twitch could probably justify anyone to be banned if they really wanted to. They could say, hateful slurs. Because you could say stupid is hateful, is a hateful slur, and mentally ill, all these things, right? You could say all these things are hateful slurs, but the thing is that he has said a lot of these terms in a very aggressive tone, which is probably, like, I would argue, is probably more deserving of being called a hateful slur. Like, he didn't use mentally ill as to describe, like, oh, this poor guy is mentally ill, and people are just making fun. It's kind of fucked up. It's not that kind of tone. It's more like, this guy's mentally ill. Oh my god, I can't look at this guy. Oh my god, he's so mentally. The trolls are mentally ill, man. They need electroshock therapy. And that's kind of like has a very strong like push on it. Meanwhile, you have like fucking because that's why I think, like, if you call someone stupid, it's like that's different, or an asshole. An asshole has been such a desensitized term, but mentally ill is still pretty fucked up to say. But okay.
I'm not kidding. This is why I was kicked out of the partner program. I have evidence of it now.
He has evidence. What is this evidence? Who is the source? Again, this is the exact same playbook that a lot of people use when they're trying to prove something on the internet. It doesn't even the vaccine stuff aside, even if we take that out of the equation, let's say we take that out of the equation, COVID never happened. This is the same playbook that a lot of people use to justify their own beliefs in something. I did research, and this happened. And this is the shit that trolls used to do. Like, not, oh no, that's not true. That's not wholly true. I should say this. With the fucking escort saga, the escort saga. Recently, there was this one random dude that claimed that DSP fucking committed credit card fraud to give himself tips, and then said, "I have sources. I'm not going to say who the sources are. I have evidence. I'm not going to show the evidence because it could get me in trouble. So I'm just saying I have evidence, but and they did this thing, but I'm not going to show it." It's the same shit. He has evidence, but won't show it. It's the same playbook to get people to believe in a random fucking claim. So this evidence he has could be fucking nonsense for all we know. The evidence could just literally be this dude went to people's Twitter accounts and screenshot all of the memes of him being called the King of Hate and said, "Phil, look at this," and said that that's the evidence, which is not even true. That might not even be true. But according to Phil, that's evidence. Okay.
And I was like, now how is that fair? How is that fucking fair? I changed.
And again, this is coming from a guy that demands trolls to corroborate their evidence. Like, if I say that DSP has 2 kids, I have to corroborate that evidence, that proof. I have to show evidence that he has 2 kids. But he can say all this stuff about anything he wants without any evidence. He can't even show us the email. He can't even show us the body of the email.
Not that person anymore.
Because we'll get them in trouble. That's the same fucking tone of that one post on Kiwi Farms about this guy claiming that DSP committed credit card fraud. He did it, but I'm not gonna show the evidence. I have it, but I'm not gonna show it because it's illegal. But I'm not gonna show it. But okay.
Can you hold me accountable for things that 10 years ago actually were acceptable? Right? It was 10 years ago. That kind of jokes and content was acceptable. People didn't freak out about it. I wasn't canceled when I did that kind of comedy.
He wasn't canceled. DSP claimed he was canceled, though. I mean, okay, this is gonna be a 2-part fucking response, so get ready. He did that Nazi joke on blip.tv. He got kicked out of the site. He got canceled off of Blip. Does DSP think, like, if you look at the term that people use canceled on, let's say, like, the context of how people describe it, it's always, well, this actress got canceled off of Star Wars because she can't work in Star Wars anymore, so she got canceled from that. It, like, people can just say, well, she got canceled from these specific platforms, not canceled in general because she can still get work, but she can't work in Star Wars anymore, etc. So with that context, yeah, DSP got canceled off of Blip. The other thing is that even with DSP's logic, DSP has in the last video, I even brought this up in the last video, he claimed that people got canceled to the point where they have to rely on crowdfunding. DSP has to rely on crowdfunding. So even by DSP's logic, he got canceled because he has to rely on crowdfunding. That's the source of his income. It's crowdfunding. He says it every day. And he then says that that's how people got canceled. But now he's saying he didn't get canceled. So then what the fuck was that about then?
And stuff back in the day. Okay? So how can I be canceled now? It doesn't even make sense. And the thing is, I've told you guys so many times over the years, I'm so sorry for what I did back then. I know now how insensitive it was. It probably hurt people. I tell you all the time, back then I used to always constantly say and do dumb shit. I would hate on a game. I would hate on a game developer. I would make racial jokes. I would make sexual jokes. I would do stuff that today I look back at, and I am genuinely fucking embarrassed at myself that this is the kind of shit that I put out.
Being embarrassed, like, usually if someone, like, is, like, I hate the shit I said in the past. Like, past Theo was a fucking asshole. I fucking hated the shit I said back then. Like, I did not like anything about what I was about back in the day. And that's fine to say. Like, you can look back at what you say and say it's fucked up and fucking stupid and shit. I wouldn't say I'm embarrassed on the times I try to be funny. I am embarrassed about that. embarrassed every day about myself, but uh if I said something that was like negative and like I think it's offensive, I wouldn't feel embarrassed. I'd feel fucking like this is fucked up and this is fucking stupid. I can't believe I fucking said that. I guess that's the same though. I mean, I guess that's splitting hairs to be
To
honest.
be popular back then, because that's what got views back then. You had to be the over-the-top crazy guy. There was no interactivity with the stream audience. It was do the most shock factor content you can and get a laugh out of it. And that's what will keep people watching your content. Okay?
Okay.
All right? Now, this is very different. Today, you know, things have changed. I'm not like that anymore. I don't want to be like that anymore. I've grown. I've wizened. You know, I'm an
Wizened.
older, smarter guy. And I realize that shit
I
is
don't
dumb
know,
as shit.
DSP. You
Okay?
have a fucking word
Yes,
salad every
Carlito's
day.
back, baby. I've apologized multiple times in video streams over the years for that behavior that I did back then. Multiple times.
Those
That has
multiple
come.
times have always been, I'm sorry you're offended. I'm sorry you guys took what I said bad. I'm sorry you did. Like, the apology he made over the Pokemon Moon meltdown he had about him not having 400 views. He literally said, "I'm sorry you guys got mad that I said that to you. You know, I was just being human. I'm sorry." And the thing is, as well, is that he apologizes to so much to the point where his apologies mean as much as fucking nothing. It's such it's the same shit DSP complained about fucking corporate Twitter accounts saying we stand by the Pride Month shit, right? He complained about that. He said, "Oh, it's so insincere that these companies are doing this and that," and that's what he fell into because he kept apologizing, and it didn't have any merit because he still made the same fucking mistakes over and over, and then when he gets called out on, he gets mad about it, like the that stream, that fucking Game Pass stream. He sat there and said, "Oh, like you guys are being fucking sissies, man."
Apologize. The thing is, I'm one of
Uh,
the most prolific content creators on the internet. So for every time that I apologize, there's people who will go back 10 years ago and take 20 videos of the shit that I said and say, well, here's Phil. You see, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I apologize today because people can still say and act like the stuff that I did 10 years ago was today. They can still act like that, you know? So this is actually what happened in 2021. People made this straw man argument about who I was. That's not who I am. I'm not the king of hate. I'm not the guy who goes around saying
another word he learned, straw man.
shit. I'm the opposite. I'm one of the most accepting guys. I tell you guys, I am so
He is so accepting. There was one Skyward Sword stream. Now I will kind of say it. I get why he was mad because this person was kind of being a little extra in chat. Like he was kind of being a little silly, but his knee jerk reaction wasn't like he gave so many people so much slack in his chat for saying such dumb shit, right? But this one guy that said he was a furry and all this stuff, and he started saying all this stuff in his chat that could be seen as annoying. Instead of him just giving him slack and be like, "Hey man, like whatever," he gets mad and bans him immediately without any question. Like again, like there are people in chat that I could see like, okay, this is getting a little much, but he doesn't give half these people as much of a chance as his fucking regulars that say the dumbest shit. Like it's fucking crazy. Like sometimes you have to stand your ground somewhere. But this guy is like, "Oh, I'm a furry. Why? Can you make this more of a furry accepting place or whatever the fuck?" I don't. It was like in July. I can't remember. Someone else probably remembers what I'm talking about. But it was kind of a meme, and I kind of get why these people would be annoyed by the things this person was saying. But at the same time, like the knee jerk reaction though was something. And then like the Neo 2 Alpha, he didn't apologize for that. He made some gender joke and no one laughed. Everyone thought it was dumb and fucking cringe and stupid. And instead of being like, apologetic or just saying like, "Hey, I was just trying to be funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that it offended you." It was, "You guys are fucking sissies." That's how you should respond to it, right? Okay.
open and accepting to people from all over the world of any kind of culture,
All
any
over the
kind of
world.
gender. I don't care if you're
Yeah.
transgender
That looked
or
really painful.
heterosexual, homosexual, male, female, anywhere in between. I don't give a fuck. Everyone has a right to be happy on this planet. Seriously, everyone has a right to be themselves, to feel like they are at home in their own body.
He says this, but oh, I wish I remembered it because there was one instance like last year where something happened where someone and it was just like it kind of showed that he was not being accepting at all and his chat was being like whatever. So I'm not gonna go on that, but I will bring up Kevin though. I will bring him up. He says that he's accepting and all this stuff, but Kevin gets fucking bullied in his fucking chat by him and OIC. He got bullied. He can't have his name be only as Kevin because that's only as Coffee's name. How dare Kevin say that? Kevin got threatened to be doxxed or whatever the fuck. And DSP didn't fucking care. He fucking said, fuck you. Shut up, Kevin. But when Only Ice Infinite showed up, oh hi Only Ice Infinite, you're cool. Don't worry, your name can stay. Maybe change your name. I can't ban you, but he threatened to ban Kevin for having Only Ice Kevin in his name. But it's very accepting, very accepting. But at the same time, his chat's not very accepting sometimes. Like, his chat goes on fucking tangents about shit, dude.
Right? That they are who they're supposed to be. And they don't have to worry about the color of the skin, the gender of who they are, or what body parts they fucking have. Who gives a fuck? That's not you. What's you is who you are inside, or what the decisions you make up here, and how you feel in here. That's the real you. And that's... Everyone has a right to be happy. Everyone. Okay? And
this is such virtue signaling, though. Like... Because he only brings this up when it suits him. Only when it suits him. When he... Like, I have a feeling if you see people, like, just shitting on other people in his chat, he probably would say stop it before he would ban them.
It's been my mantra.
But whatever.
Over the years and years and years. How can you say that I'm a hateful fucking person? Right? Like, give me evidence. Oh, here's shit that Phil did 10 years ago.
Show me that I'm a hateful person. Okay, here. No, that's 10 years ago. That doesn't count. Okay.
But that's not what I do today. And by the way, those were jokes. It doesn't matter. Here he is. He's the king of hate.
He says this, but he holds Rich accountable for the things he did in the past. He's still mad that Rich said, like, oh, DSP Gaming is failing. He still brings that up. And at this point, Rich loves Phil. Like, Rich has done nothing but suck his dick, and DSP still is mad at him for saying that his YouTube channel is falling apart. But that's not the case anymore, but he still brings it up. But now, Rich is like his fucking bitch at this point. Like, he's his bitch, and DSP's sitting there like, he said that my YouTube channel is falling apart. He's a fucking drama hound. But when you look at Rich now, all Rich does is say that DSP's cool, he's a cool guy, he's just a baby, he doesn't know any better.
See what I mean?
See what I mean?
This is exactly what they would do. So, over the years, Twitch having me on there, finally in 2021, they got bombarded with these people presenting them with this straw man argument about me. That's completely false.
And again, DSP says this as if he was the only streamer on that site to get bombarded with complaints. The only one. No one else gets bombarded on that site. No one. No one. Only Phil. Only Phil gets bombarded. No one else in the history of the internet gets bombarded with complaints, right?
And Twitch eventually, I guess, broke down and said, oh, after all these years, we're finally going to basically kick him out of the partner program. We're not going to ban him because he didn't do anything wrong on our site, right? When Twitch told
now, I like how when Curse get bombarded and they had to let him go, Teespring gets bombarded, they have to let him go. He was like, oh, yeah, it's the fucking trolls, man, fucking stupid. These sites are cool. But Twitch apparently had the same setup. Fuck up! They're stupid! Fuck you, Twitch! Why does Twitch get such, like, aggression, but these other websites that do the same shit get like a slap on the wrist?
Actually kicked out of the partner program for what was it, hateful slurs or speech? They were actually talking about the shit from 2010. I'm not kidding.
How does he know that?
They saw that stuff from 2010.
How does he know that?
For that? Even though I'd been in the partner.
If that was the case, then why did they let him back on the site in 2016 and gave him his partnership back in 2016? If that's the case. Okay.
Program for over 5, 6, 7 years. I started in Twitch in the partner program in 2013. They kicked me out in 2021. It took them that long. I'm serious. And then they kicked me out for shit that I did in 2010. How can you fucking tell me?
Again, like, he brings up how people believe in like these conspiracy theories, but if you really listen to these people who peddle these conspiracy theories in general, they always claim they have a source. Oh, I got from research I did. I did research and I figured this out. DSP did the same research, it sounds like, because he can't give us a name, he can't give us the evidence, he can't show it. It's only, oh guys, I did evidence, I have evidence of this, but how do we know what the evidence is? You don't. Cool, huh?
That's fair. It's not. That is one of the worst ways you can run a company.
With this logic, you know what? At this point, trolls can just say that about anything. DSP has a 8K TV. He has 10 cats. I have evidence. I can't show you guys because, like, it's gonna. I don't want to get this person in trouble. I have an inside contact about it. So I can't show you guys. I have evidence, but I can't show you because, like, it's this. Would DSP be more accepting of that? Of that then? Would that be cool? Or would I have to show the evidence? I wonder why I would have to show it, right?
Go and act like it's something they did today. If you took a representation of the content I was putting out on Twitch for 5+ years, nothing like that at all.
There are also multiple times where he did say retard once. He did say that, like, straight. And then he said, oh, I shouldn't have said that, man. Whoops. And then he says, this is bad. But man, he's not a hateful guy. Okay.
But they're taking this, from 10 years ago and acting like that's me today. Okay? So, that happened. Then, if you guys remember, earlier in the year, Streamlabs just stopped taking tips. I was like, what is going on? Why is Streamlabs shut off my tips page?
You know, it's wild that happened in 2021. I could have sworn it happened in 2020. I kind of thought it did. But I think it was 2021 because I know it was a Divinity 2 stream. I know that. And that happened, like, it is wild. That's how crazy 2021 was, I guess.
They never responded. Teespring, all of a sudden, during the busy holiday season when most people would actually buy merch, the months of October, November, December, the end of the year, usually I would actually make a good amount of money on Teespring. Those last 3 months of the year, if people bought presents and things, they shut my account down.
I'm telling you,
why?
I don't think this guy said, oh, I have evidence of these sites doing this for that reason. I think it's just, hey, Phil, look what the trolls are saying about you, and look what they're, like, associating you with this and that. Which is really dumb that someone had to email him that, because if you listen to his rants about the King of Hate, he brings that up a lot. Like, the trolls use the King of Hate to prove that I'm a hateful person, but that's not true. But now he's saying that he just discovered that, which is really stupid, because he said this for years. And how dumb the trolls are for saying that the King of Hate means this thing for years. And he's saying as if this is something new.
Same thing. This person basically all year kept doing this. This person...
Now it's a person.
Doing this shit to me. With all these businesses. They saw it work with one. They said, I'll do it with the next. I'll do it with the next. Yeah.
Yeah.
So... It's pretty fucked up.
What's his evidence? How come the troll that did this did not step forward and say, it was me, I did it, guys, like how cool I am? Because you'd think he would kind of wanted to get the clout, right? But no, he I guess he's a troll in the background, behind the scenes troll. He doesn't do it for the fame.
Can I do? Right?
Well, the trolls do things to get attention, but this troll did
Everyone
not.
knows. But the kind of person I used to be, and knows that I've changed, and that's not me anymore.
But yeah, he does something that everyone does. Okay. Like, this is stuff that people do all the time.
I'm
but
happy.
This is kind of silly.
I've built up an audience that knows who I am as a person and a content creator today, likes my content today, doesn't dwell on what I did 10, 15 years ago. All right? Like I said, I'm embarrassed for the shit I did in the Street Fighter community back in the day. I'm embarrassed for the content I used to put out those first few years until I changed. But you can't change what you did in the past. You know what I'm saying? All you can do is learn from it and become a better person in the future. I hope that the stuff that I put out with you guys today is an example of how to make content in 2022 and to show you that I don't want to be that person that I was back in the day. Okay? I hope you understand that. Okay?
Don't make content like Phil. Period. His content's
Because
garbage.
all this going on,
You think this is
I'm
good
like, the thing
content?
is, do I even use the King of Hate moniker? No. When do I even reference it or talk about it? Like, never. The only time it ever comes up is when we're doing one of these legacy references, like, oh, the King of Hate vlogs channel, or Phil's website, thekingofhate.com, and shit like that, right? So, basically,
Wait, why
I'm
does Sambuca get
doing
banned?
one of these legacy references, like,
Oh,
the King
for
of Hate vlogs
spamming,
channel,
I guess.
or
Ban,
Phil's
ban,
website,
ban.
thekingofhate.com, and shit like that, right? So, basically, I've been in the works of changing stuff around. And here's the thing. In a case like the King of Hate vlogs channel, there's absolutely no way I'm ever going to get that channel changed or differentiated. That channel's been running.
He can't change it, right? Impossible. Can't change it. DSP's Vlogging Archives. Retired. This is a terrible name, by the way. It should just be DSP Vlogging. That's it. Just DSP Vlogging. This is a stupid title. Look how stupid this title is. The channel name. This is the channel name. It looks like a title, but it's a channel name. It's a terrible channel name. I don't know if I'll watch this video in this video, guys. I'm gonna be real. Be real with you. I'm a realist.
For like a decade, just like DSP Gaming has, okay? It's there. It has all these videos on it. By the way,
If I could finish this video under
there isn't
by 2
okay?
hours,
It's just me doing vlogging shit.
maybe.
I'm actually on the fence about continuing using that channel or not. I'm actually debating whether I should just upload those videos here to DSP Gaming instead and just make this like a one-stop shop.
Here we go with the real reason. The real reason why he wants to kill the channel. This whole thing is probably just a happy coincidence for him to kind of spin this change positively, because I guarantee oh guys, this is gonna be the new victim segment. Someone's gonna say, Phil, I liked when you used to upload on the vlogging channel. Now I can't. Well, man, you gotta thank the trolls, man. The trolls toxified that channel. I had to put it on this channel now. Whatever, right? That might be the new victim segment. But the real reason why he's doing this, because he has said the ad revenue on DSP Gaming is better than this channel. See how this channel doesn't have the little check mark, but DSP Gaming does, because it's a partner channel, whatever. I guarantee this dude sees Feasting with the King and Ask the King and all this stuff. Like, he had a boner. He had a hard-on for trying to kill Ask the King. He's like, oh, shall we keep it going? Whatever. Now that's all going to be DSP Gaming. I guarantee he's going to keep doing Ask the King now, because it has better ad revenue. So this dude is doing this because he wants more money. Guarantee that's why. Because it makes no sense. It makes no sense. He changes the title. Yeah, in this video he says he can't change the title, and he'll put all the videos on that channel. Changes the title anyway, and still gonna put the videos on the gaming channel. Really makes you think. Really makes you think.
Place on the internet for my content, because let's face it, now when
I mean, literally, if that's the reason, hey, that's fine. At least be honest about it. But this whole like announcement to dress up this fucking greed is really, really fucking special and really fucking stupid. It's like, it's so dumb.
vlogging content
Like this video. This video's also
that's
dumb.
usually a day
Everything's
when I'm not streaming
dumb.
games. So
Yeah.
it's not like, oh, because I'm going to upload the vlogs here, that's now going to screw everything up, because now that there's too many videos on DSP Gaming. No, it would just be a day when I'm doing vlogging, okay? The vlogs are here instead of gameplay, so it's not like I'm bombarding your inboxes with a million videos or anything like that.
And this also is gonna be another, like, it's gonna be the same shit as when he changed the title to the pre-stream to a pre-stream podcast. So when people say, oh, this video's too long, you can't say it's too long, it's a podcast, idiot. Now when people say, Phil, why is the podcast on the gaming channel? It should be on the vlogging channel. No, idiot. I'm putting on the DSP gaming channel now because everything's on here. It's all to fucking deflect valid criticism now. That's his game plan. That's what he's doing moving forward. Is just changing the words around to deflect criticism. That's the other gimmick he's doing now. Is to deflect criticism, not to address it, but to deflect.
Right? Okay.
But I guess it's kind of addressing it, but
that's
whatever.
what I'm debating. I'm debating if in 2022 Should I actually
He's
do every
debating the same day as he's uploading this. He's debating. Yeah, I'm sure he debated it. Uh-huh.
retirement of the King of Hate Vlogs channel? It'll still be there. I'm not going to shut it down. It'll still be there, but it will be an archive of my past. And then moving forward, everything will be here on DSP Gaming. Now, the thing is, you need backups. I don't want to shut down the King of Hate Vlogs, just like KO Gaming. I still have access to it. I can still use it if I want to. I like having backup channels. In case anything ever goes wrong with DSP Gaming, you have another place where you can still make content and broadcast. I need those backups, okay? So I'm not saying, oh, shut it down. What I'm saying is, I want to have kind of a one place where all my content is, and this is me now. Okay?
So he says this, right? So does that mean that we can get game reviews back? Because for the longest time, he said he can't do game reviews. And I'm not talking about edited reviews. If you ask him to do game reviews, make sure you make it clear you want spoken reviews or whatever the fuck. As long as you tell him you just want reviews or whatever, I guess. Which he'll probably still push off saying, no, I say it at the end of the games, which makes no fucking sense. Why would anyone want to go to the end of a playthrough? Whatever. But he used to say all the time, I can't do reviews because I don't use KO Gaming anymore. I'm not going to put reviews on this channel because it's a gaming channel. So does that mean we can finally do fucking game reviews again? Because I don't care at this point. His game reviews, I just ironically enjoyed them because it's dumb. But now I actually know I'm debating if I want that actually. Because the pre-streams used to be enjoyable to a point. Now it's unsufferable. So do I really want the reviews to go the same route? I don't know. Honestly, I think he's past his prime. The peak content for Phil was honestly 2015, 2016. And that was it. 2017 was like the last hurrah for it. And after that, it just got worse and worse and worse. It's on a downward spiral, man. It's pretty sad. But DSP yell at me saying, no, it's only going up. But, I mean, it's just my opinion. His content was much more tolerable. Like, I have watched his old videos, and it's much more enjoyable. Just compared to today. As I said in a lot of videos, like, you compare the two, it's like, they're both bad videos, sure. But I have a feeling a lot of people deep down would much rather watch 2015 Phil than 2021 Phil, or 2022 Phil, or 2018 Phil. Because that's really when it started to go down.
You understand? All right. So maybe it'll be DSP Archives, or DSP Vlog Archives, right?
Oh, now you can't change the name.
So,
okay.
The other thing is, ladies and gentlemen, it is absolutely official. I don't know how many of you noticed it because no one mentioned it to me at all. The kingofhate.com is no more.
Oh, I'm hungry. I thought I could finish this before I would get hungry.
Go ahead, go check it out for yourselves. Wrong? I'm waiting. The thing is, the kingofhate.com, it doesn't exist. Yes! Yes! DSPgaming.com.
I like how when he's doing this, he could do like a perfectly aligned like that, but when he's like straight at the camera, it has to be zigzag. You know, I swear, someone said that, I think it was Ludo World Order and maybe a few others, but someone said like if you look at every time he does like he always like covers this side as if he's hiding something. Like maybe he's missing teeth there. And I used to be like, I don't know, I don't think that's the case. No way. No, man, that can't be it. But there were a few times he did that and it looked really like weird. And now I think I believe it. I think I'm with this thought. Also, it's kind of weird that this side's also more swollen than this side. But you know what? No one's face is perfectly symmetrical. Like everyone has natural asymmetry with their face. So I mean, it is what it is.
Which is exactly the same as the old website, except I changed the domain name. It's literally the same site. All right? It's not like I changed anything. I don't want to have that anymore. Because when people are literally making a straw man over here saying, Phil is this hateful person, he's got a website like that, and here's his content where he did it. It's like, wait a minute, no, I'm not. You're a liar, right? So this is one of the major positive steps that I'm taking to rebrand and or change myself from being the old Phil and being a new positive content creator on the internet.
So he says this, but he's not changing the all. Oh,
Not to say that anything's
hold
going to
on.
change. Like, you guys already like the stuff I do. And I feel like I've already changed for the positive, right? I've already changed for the better. It's just that now we have these lingering legacy things around that dickheads are literally using to claim things about me that aren't true anymore. People aren't going to
So are you gonna delete videos then?
touch me with a 10-foot pole if they think that I'm a hateful guy who does racist and bigoted content on the internet when I don't. But it's kind of
He
hard.
says this, but then how come people like still rated him? That big streamer rated him that one time. And again, like people are not showing him the fucking website. They're like, hey, look at these videos are fucked up or whatever, and that's what happens. This changes completely nothing because it's not even addressing what the thing that people are reporting to other companies about. And I guarantee within time, this whole narrative that he's forming here is gonna go out the window. He's gonna say, "Yeah, I tried to change, but it's what happened with the debunk video." After that, he claimed that now everything's absolved and no one can bring up the past because that debunk video, like now the trolls are starting from zero again or whatever the fuck, right? And then like within a week, he's like, "Yeah, no one cared. You know why do the debunk video? I'm not doing another debunk stream. No one cares." All that stuff because his little narrative about the debunk stream was gonna reset everything to zero didn't happen. So this is the same shit. It's that 2.0. He's gonna say this. He's gonna say the trolls are now starting from zero. They can't use the King of Hate to disprove to say that I'm a racist guy anymore and this and that. And then within a week he say, see, no one really cares. See, these companies are fucking stupid. But there's all this other evidence, and in general, he's just a negative person. Like you could just even show a company his gameplay and say this is how he like plays. Like you really want this guy to like market you? I don't know.
Hard
Whatever.
to prove that when I have a website called thekingofhate.com and I have an email, that says Phil at thekingofhate.com, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of
Phil
have
at thekingofhate.com. Like, no, I love that he has darksidephil at hotmail.com. Why not have that be your business email?
to make changes to move towards that more positive movement. You know what I'm saying? So, there you go. And by the way, do I think that overnight this is going to change things? No. Do I think that I'm going to start getting sponsorships and partnerships because Phil is no longer associated with a bigoted attitude? No. Do I care?
Sure.
No, because that's not what I'm doing this for.
I don't care, but these companies won't touch me because of these things, so I changed my name and all this. Oh, okay. Nice nonsense.
I'm doing this because I am tired of people not only saying that I'm something I'm not, but then coming after you guys.
Again, using his viewers as a fucking shield for everything he does. He cannot own any change. He can't just say, "Yeah, I changed it because I didn't like the name." He can't even do that. Oh my god, dude, this video actually is worse for him because it's not that he doesn't like the name anymore. He still likes the name, but it's all these excuses. Well, you guys get attacked. Oh, the sponsors will think of this and think of that. He doesn't think the name is bad. He just thinks that everyone else will have a bad association with it. And he can't even sit there and tell us that he wanted to change the name. It's for you guys. It's the same shit when he turned off replies on Twitter. It's not because he wanted to turn off replies, because he's tired of seeing trolls reply with nonsense. No, that's not it. It's because the trolls would go after the viewers, even though the trolls can still go after his viewers. Okay. Like, can still harass fucking blind dude if they really wanted to. But okay.
I hate this shit. That you guys are fans of me and my content. You like my daily interactive streams. You find them positive and fun, right? And then you get hated on.
They don't get hated on because they like your videos. They get hated on for antagonizing trolls. Like, OIC got memed on more and more. Like, where it started with OIC, it was just, wow, this guy's giving Phil a lot of money. What a loser. Oh my god, he's giving money, man. And that's all it was just people making fun for giving Phil money, which is whatever. if OIC just didn't truly care and was like, okay, man, whatever, yeah, get mad. Instead of just giving Phil money, just minding his own business and enjoying the content, why did OIC feel the need to go out of his way to just type that fuck the trolls? The trolls are stupid. And he just kept giving them all his attention. Oh no, it's because the name of the channel was the King of Hate Vlogs. That's why. Not because OIC was just saying dumb shit about trolls the whole time, right?
Because you like my
That
stuff.
must be it.
How is that fucking fair to you? Oh, you like the shit from that bigot? What are you talking
Now he says this, right? And he mocks people, he called people who like PewDiePie, Ninja's videos as kids, idiots. If you like troll content, you're mouth droolers, you're dumb, stupid. But oh man, you think DSP fans are dumb for watching his vids? Wow, you're a fucking idiot. Okay.
talking about bigot? Do you even attend a fucking stream that Phil puts out? Have you ever seen him say something racist, sexist, or fucked up on a stream?
And then when you bring it up, oh, it's years ago. It happened years ago, or it does happen all the time. Like it's only a one-time thing. Like this is the same attitude people have. Like a lot of people who do abuse do usually. A lot of abusers do this. It doesn't happen all the time. It happens some of the time. It's not all the time. Like come on. Like if Bobby Kotick, DSP's favorite guy to talk about, if Bobby Kotick came out and said, guys, the stuff that they're saying about us doesn't happen all the time. It happens only sometimes. You guys are focusing on the stuff that happened years ago. You guys are talking about stuff that happened like one time, man. Come on. DSP would just sit there and be like, guys, you're not gonna believe Bobby Kotick? He said that the harassment that's going on Blizzard Activision happened like only one time. Wow, what a fucking idiot! But with DSP, oh, it happened a long time ago. It happened a few times. Come on, man. That's not my content. Okay.
Oh, I don't know. I don't watch that. All I saw there was a video where he was talking about Nazis. The video from 2010? Really? Really?
Don't worry, Phil. I don't think you're toxic for just that video. I think you're toxic all the time. It's all good. When I say all the time, I gotta specify for the special DSP fans that think I mean at 24/7. I'm talking about the time that he's toxic. When you see him yell at chat, when you see him like look miserable and like he's just like, oh my god, that's the toxicity I'm talking about. Not he's not that all the time, just when he is. Okay, sound good?
Come on. So, there you go. That's the deal, everyone. That's what's going on, and I hope that makes sense to all of you. Look at this in conjunction with my announcement. Pray you, Phil. Very nice. And I feel good about this. I really do.
This dude's
I feel
insane.
good about this.
I really think there's something wrong with his mental health.
Especially 2022, we're off to a really good start. The streams are going very well. The positivity level is at a high. People are...
Positivity level's at a high.
Watching the streams and the videos. They're liking the streams and the videos. They're leaving comments for the first time in years. People are contributing. People are overall really enjoying...
Yeah, because you fucking begged for it. And this is the thing that I will say about his fucking begging for likes and comments. It doesn't make it sound like you should do it because you want to. You should do it because it helps them. Which is such a dumb fucking relationship to have with likes and comments. To tell them to like it to help the channel. It just gives people the incentive just to do it just for the sake of it, not because they want to. Like because usually when I upload a video and I see a like, it does make me like, you know, at least happy that at least one person liked something. Like I see some of my gameplay videos that no one cares about get a like. I'm like, wow, someone actually liked that. Cool, rad. But then when I see someone like dislike something, that's like whatever. But it's just everything's whatever. Come on, like you should like something because you want to. That's the moral of the story.
The shit I'm putting out. I don't want that to now be
like this is fraudulent positivity. This is fake positivity because people are not liking his content. Like at this point, with the things he says, people could just argue that the likes are not real likes. They're not real because he always says, "Hey guys, if you want to help the channel, leave a like and a comment. You don't have to even say anything in the comment. Just say good vid or whatever the fuck." Like he tells you what to say in a comment and says you should comment. You don't have to say anything in a comment to leave a comment. So everything you see, you could literally say it's all fake. It's all fake positivity. And that's why you shouldn't beg for it, because it comes off fake. That's the end of that's the story. That's what people are gonna look at this as. They're gonna look at this as little feedback stuff and say it's all fake. It's not real. Like, this dude is more of a snowflake than the snowflakes he makes fun of. It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. Like, at this point, he's kind of rivaling Anita Shark Girl in terms of sensitivity. At this point, I mean, DSP made it. DSP made it, guys.
By some asshole who's going to lie about who I am as a person, as a content creator, and try to make it like my community is a bunch of toxic cultists who all are brainwashed into thinking
It is a cult. You fucking started the fucking stream with a fucking brainwashing. You love the content. I integrate what you say into my videos. You talk about me. You love this. You love me.
that I'm a good guy when in reality I'm a bigot. Like, that is the craziest shit. But I'm not kidding you. That's how I got kicked out of the Twitch partner program.
What's the evidence?
Isn't that insane?
What's the
right?
proof?
But that's actually what happened. So I have to, when shit like that happens, I can't just sit around idle. I have to figure out what happened, get to the bottom.
I can't sit around idle, as he said on this name for years after a lot of people telling him that the name is associated with hateful shit. And he's like, nah, man, fuck you. Kept it for so long. But now he's telling us, I can't be idle. I can't be idle and let this shit happen. You did let it happen, dumbass. Ugh.
And I gotta make changes to protect myself, my business, my family, and you guys, my viewers.
My family.
This ain't fair that we've all been treated like this in the last year. It's just not.
How come no one say, wow, guys, Cat married a bigot? How come I never saw that? I saw people say, wow, Cat married a scammer, a piece of shit or whatever, but not a bigot. But okay. I mean, it's something.
Companies that act like that are unprofessional, and I don't want to deal with them. So, Twitch TV, Teespring, which is now called Spring.
I like how he negafies. Whoops. Toxifies Teespring changing their name while he changed his name of the vlogging channel. Okay.
Labs and the like. Any company that treated me like dirt in 2021 because you're just ignorantly stupid.
This is very positive. So get this. Let's take a look at this, right? So these companies that get a misunderstanding of Phil, right? They're stupid and toxic and stupid. Fuck you. But if a viewer gets a misunderstanding, oh man, it's all okay, man, it's all good. The fucking trolls, man. Curse is the only one that got that treatment. The only company that DSP was okay being let go of was Curse. That really says something, right? Because at the time, Curse was letting go a lot of people because they were going under at that point. And it more and more as each passing year, it became pretty obvious that was why they let go DSP. Not for the things he tells us, because if that's the case, he should be lumping Curse in with them, right?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I'm not coming back. I'm not ever going to try to go back to those places.
He literally said this. He said the same shit when he was off Twitch the first time. He claimed that they bullied him because he streamed at a higher bitrate and all this stuff. And he also said, like, a month, maybe even a few weeks before going back to Twitch, he'd rather be homeless than go back to Twitch. He said he'd much rather suffer the adpocalypse and all this bullshit on YouTube than go back to Twitch. And then he went back to Twitch. I'm sorry, DSP. DSP could tell me all day, every day till the cows come home. He could do a 5-hour video like I'm doing, telling me how he'd never go back to Twitch, and I would not believe him. Because, like he said, he was this uh vindictive and like assured that he'd never go back to Twitch before he went back to Twitch. So this means really nothing because he was the same way on YouTube when he was on Twitch about YouTube. And he went back to YouTube. If Twitch gave him back his partnership and he's still making money on YouTube, let's say, he'd still stream on YouTube because that's where the growth is, etc. I guarantee you, if he gets the Twitch partnership back, and then something happens on YouTube where he can't make enough money anymore, he lost his monetization, he can't get members anymore, he'll go back to Twitch. If that happens, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. If that possibility is there, he'd do it. Guarantee. And then he'd say that Twitch is great. He'll never go back to YouTube. Fuck you. And it'll be this song and dance again. Because this guy just fucking poisons everything he says. It's the same shit that people give to people who make these videos, these long videos saying, I'm never gonna make a DSP video. I'll never do it again. I'm done making DSP content. I'm done. I moved on. He's boring now. DSP's boring now. I'll never do it again. I'm gonna do my own thing. And then when they come back to make DSP videos, people kind of make fun of that person for that reason because it's silly. It's such a meme. The only one. Okay, you know what? I'll give some props. Hopefully hopefully, you know, whatever. Sunspot Gallery is the only one so far that I think all he did was make a tweet and maybe one video. And then that was it. And he has not gone back to do DSP content as far as I know. So, you know, we still have people making more DSP videos after they said that they wouldn't do it again after like a big build up for that, right? So DSP is in that same boat of people that say these things and then they look like a clown when they do the thing that they said they'd never do.
To move to places where people are not stupid. And I hate to say it, you guys are fucking dumb as shit. Because you actually believed
this is literally a good out of context quote.
To go back to those places. I gotta move to places where people are not stupid.
Not this part.
And I hate to say it,
this part.
You guys are fucking dumb as shit.
I hate to say you guys are fucking dumb as that's a great out of context quote right there. Really God tier got your quote.
Because you actually believed a bunch of bullshit conspiracy theory nonsense on the fucking internet. You're dumb. You are just as bad as someone who thinks that vaccines mutate you into a space alien. You're that stupid. Just because someone sent you a bunch of shit isn't evidence of anything.
The fucking irony, dude. He's saying this as he believed a rando's email. Who emailed him? Did Jeff Bezos fucking email him? Did Hassan do it? But Hassan doesn't work there anymore. DSP outlasted Hassan. So it can't be him. What's his evidence? It can't be anyone from Twitch because he would have done a video about it because he read an email from Twitch about the fucking hateful slurs. This is a massive meme coming from the guy. Massive. And he's sitting there saying like, you believe conspiracy dad says. Meanwhile, he believed a fucking email from a random guy saying, did you know that this happened? Okay.
It's out of context bullshit from a million years ago and you're a fucking moron for believing it. And the fact that you punished me.
You punished me?
You punished my viewers.
Of course, you punished they punished the viewers. They couldn't give Phil money anymore, so they're punished. Fuck them.
In 2021, you're fucking moronic. Who the fuck would want to deal with those companies, right? Really, who would want to deal with someone who's that gullible and dumb and ignorant?
You're ignorant.
So that's that. All right.
He's saying this on the site that banned him for spam. By the way, that he claimed wasn't spam.
I'm sorry to anyone who was negatively affected, including me, last year because of this.
Who was negatively affected? Oh, I see. He was negatively affected because he can't give memberships yet. But now that's gonna happen. OIC is gonna be happy. Now he's gonna wheel out again. It's kind of funny that OIC is such a weird tip whale. Like he's a weird fucking tip whale. He tips in different names. He tips in like increments, whatever. But when it came to subs and memberships, he fucking made it rain. Pretty cool, huh?
It sucks that we have negative shit tossed our way that we don't deserve, right? But now I'm moving forward positively. There is no more King of Hate. The King of Hate
No
is in
more.
my past. Do not call me that anymore. And of course, you're going to see idiots trolling and everything. I'm not moving on from that, man. You can still call me the
Wait, what?
No more King of Hate. The King of Hate is in my past. Do not call me that anymore. And of course, you're going to see idiots trolling and everything. I'm not moving on from that, man.
I am. Wait, did he even do a double negative?
Positively. There is no more King of Hate. The King of Hate is in my past. Do not call me that anymore. And of course, you're going to see idiots trolling and everything. I'm not moving on from that, man.
I'm
You
not
still call me
moving
the
on
king.
from that.
Call me the King of Gaming, the King of
So-
Retro,
so
the King
you're-
of whatever you want to call me.
Okay.
The
King of Narcissism?
Rage. Even that's better. The King of Rage
Can we call him the King of Narcissism? Because his narcissism
is better than the King of Hate. Because I am not a hateful person. Maybe in my past I was. I am not a hateful person anymore. That's not what the moniker ever meant. Alright? And, it's that simple.
Again, it took
Alright?
him this
I'm
long
that
to
simple.
realize that.
I'm not going to be like that anymore. Now, like people are saying,
Okay.
what about the vlogging channel? Like I said, there's
What
nothing
about
you
the
can do
vlogs?
about that. That's been around for over 10 years. You can't just say, oh, finger snap, channel's gone. I'm not going to delete all my videos and shit. But the only thing that I could really do, like I said, is maybe I can make an effort to put all my content here on DSP Gaming this year and basically make that an archive channel over there. I'll be honest with all of you, all right? That channel is an archive channel now anyway. Like, no one watches the videos over there. No one. Those videos are basically completely unwatched at this point. I mean, I barely get 1,000 views on videos that I used to get 10,000 views on. It's like 1,000 views now. The channel's defunct. I uploaded to it so infrequently that those videos actually are probably being
King of Cash.
ignored.
King of Tips.
And if I upload the videos here, they'll probably get more attention. Just being honest. Okay? So, it's probably what I'm going to do moving forward is likely just, you know, upload everything here to DSP Gaming. And put that as an archive channel. And for those, you know, who really like the King of Hate vlogging channel, it was a great idea in 2010 when I created it to differentiate my content. Remember, I had a three-pronged approach where it was DSP Gaming for raw gameplay, DSP
Three-pronged.
for fighting game gameplay, and King of Hate vlogs for vlogging. And then again in 2016, I rebranded it where I actually started a different kind of vlogging that didn't last very long. It was a great idea, but at this point, like I said, moving on, trying to change my branding and not be that person anymore, I don't think that I should continue to use the channel. I'm kind of thinking like it's time to retire it, you know? Obviously, let me know what you think, but I think that this is all positive. First of all, there's no more kinghate.com, dspgaming.com. That's the website now. All the links have been changed. Everything's different now, just so you guys know. There shouldn't be any stuff. Obviously, I can't go back and change the descriptions of videos for fucking 12 years, but anything that's out there that's a link, links have been changed. Everything's different now.
Oh
just so
my
you guys
God.
know, there shouldn't be any stuff. Obviously, I can't go back and change the descriptions of videos for fucking 12 years.
So that's the thing. He said, oh, he's changed the name because companies won't touch him and all this stuff because of all of this, right? He won't go back to the other videos to remove that link from his description. So people could still fucking show companies that link and say, hey, look at this link. Look at it. But okay.
But anything that's out there that's a link should have changed.
Again,
or
it's too late.
redirected.
Once it's on the internet, it's on the internet. Like, the internet never forgets. And sometimes forgives. Hey, you know, it might happen. But again, like, once it's on the internet, it's on the internet. Like, that's why, like, a lot of people should be careful what they post. He says that all the time. And it's way too late. It's way too late to change. Even if, like, you ban the trolls, they pretend it didn't happen. Like, you can rebrand only so far. And to the point, like, he could still get sponsorships. It's not like he couldn't get them. He can still get them because, like, it's just the companies don't care about what he did 10 years ago. That's why this is, like, a massive meme, because if that's the case, he would be losing things way earlier than when he actually lost them. Because, like, why would it take him all the way to 2021 for that to take into effect? Like, come on.
Correct. To dspgaming.com now. And that is it for that moniker. I'm done with it. I'm no longer the King of Hate. You can call me the King of whatever you want. You know, the King of bad jokes, the King of puns, the King of retro, the King of gaming, the King of
poop.
rage. But I am not the King of Hate. I am letting all that shit go. It's in my past, and I'm moving on from it, man. And I refuse. I mean this. I refuse in the future to let companies judge me by shit that's like 10, 12 years old and does not represent me in the present day. That is ludicrous. You kick me out of the fucking partner program for something I did 11 years ago, and you act like it's something I'm doing today, even though you know I'm not doing it today, which is why you didn't ban me from the site.
Oh my
Like,
God.
get the fuck out of here. What an unprofessional company that I don't ever want to deal with ever again. Really. What a bunch of scumbags. In reality, it's what it is. They're scumbags. We don't want to have any liability to anything ever happens, so we just kick you out of the program, even though this is your livelihood and now you're going out of business. No.
It's their website though. I love that every company, every website has to fucking give a shit about his fucking livelihood. What fucking job on this fucking planet gives a fuck about people's livelihood? Because if they did, they probably would give their workers livable wages if they really cared. And he's sitting there like, oh, they would have cared if they, how dare they do this? I fuck, that was my livelihood. No company gives a fuck. Because, like, if that was the case, no one would be fired. No one would lose their job. People would get a livable wage, all this stuff. And he's sitting there like, well, they didn't care about my fucking livelihood. No one does. No one cares about anyone's livelihood. The only people that do is only DSP fans about DSP's livelihood for some fucking reason.
You know what? You do your own thing over here with your webcam girls licking microphones and ears and shit, and you're fucking.
I just love that. That's really negative to have a girl lick a microphone. You could say that's fucking stupid content and whatever, fine, but at the end of the day, who fucking cares? Like, wow, guys, she licked a microphone, and these teenagers or whoever, or these people who watch it, gave this person a lot of money. So fucking what? This dude fucking gets money to put on clothes. At least licking a microphone is something. Like, I can at least get why that's a thing. Why is getting a guy to put on a vest a thing? Why is it getting him to wear a hat a thing? But a girl licking a microphone, oh my god, what the fuck is that's disgusting. I at least get it. I at least get why that's a thing.
Disgusting content that you push, and you only care money, 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 never improving your site, always doing the wrong fucking
Never
stuff.
improving the site. DSP, I could say that about you. He gets all this money, and he's never getting a green screen. He's never getting a PC with his own money. I want to make that clear. With his own money. If he gets that gifted, then he's no better because he didn't buy it, man. He didn't take the money he's getting from his fans to buy that. He didn't even buy his own fucking chair. He didn't buy the laptop. He didn't buy the Xbox. He's not gonna buy the camera. He's probably gonna get in the future. He didn't buy the Switch. He didn't buy the hoary neck phones. He didn't buy any of this shit. And he's yelling at Twitch for not putting money into their business. What money have you put in your business? Oh, let me guess. Buying video games. Paying your bills and your fucking internet. Just like how Twitch pays their bills and internet, DSV, you think running a fucking website like Twitch is fucking free?
You go over here and do your 3-ring clown fucking circus on your site, and I'll come over here to DSP Gaming, and I'll continue to put out meaningful content that I know is worth watching, okay? You make your money over there, you fucking clowns, and I'll be here doing my positive shit. Okay.
Wow, that's pretty negative. How do you know
Let's do some
licking
shout-outs, my
microphones
friends.
isn't positive? How does he know that's negative? What if someone
We start
was
off today
depressed and then
with
they
Mary,
heard
who
a
became a channel
girl
member.
licking
Thank you very much,
a
Mary, for the
mic and
support.
and he was like, oh, that
Snow Cooper did a
that
super
made me
chat, says, I'm the
positive.
king of the all-right. Oh my
Nice
god.
granny laugh.
I'm the opposite. As you guys know, I am not right, left. I hate them both. I seriously feel that right now in American politics, both sides are terrible and doing nothing to help the American people. So you were really off base with that one.
Or off base.
Here's what's hilarious about this. 4th place Evo, level 1 in life, did a super chat. No one showed up at that Evo, except that it was the record high number of attendees for Evo at the time. And the only people who whined and complained were the Pro Super Turbo players who just missed out and then immediately showed up at the tournament after the tournament ended.
DSP knows what words mean, guys. They showed up at the tournament after the tournament. DSP really needs to go back to elementary school. He really needs to go bad. Like it could be like Billy Madison too, but with DSP, because I don't think he knows what he just said.
To play in a hotel room on an arcade cabinet. Yeah, okay, whatever you say, stupid.
Did you fight him in the
Justin
hotel room?
R. just tipped me $20. Thank you, Justin. That is a
Thank
very
you,
generous
Justin.
contribution.
$20.
Let's look it up on the leaderboard. It's the biggest tip of the day. Gets up to $45 a tip so far, and he says the following. Reminder, I found you because of troll videos, and I actually enjoy your content. Stay positive, DSP.
What a meme.
You'll continue to prove them all wrong. Thank you.
He has not proven me wrong at all. So I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. He must be watching a fake channel.
Thank you, Justin. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I'm well aware that sometimes negative stuff about me exposes me to a new audience, and I'm very appreciative to those who are intelligent enough to come over here and give me a shot and see who I really am, that I'm not the person they say in those hateful videos.
It's such a meme. Every single one of these people that come into his channel say, "You're not like what the detractors say you are," and it's part of me just thinks I at this point I'm praying that it's a massive meme, because no one who criticizes DSP is saying that he does this all the time. This is Phil every second of every day. He's always like this. He's always negative. He's always toxic. He's only toxic when he's fucking toxic. That's why, like, I only do videos when there's something worth talking about. I'm not gonna do a video if he's on stream just, like, fucking sitting in silence looking miserable. Like, that's not really much to talk about. Like, that's why, like, I used to do a lot of videos on his pre-stream because he used to say a lot of dumb shit. And it's now just fucking fact. Like, it's awful. It's just not fun to listen to. And it's just been boring. Not boring so like, oh, DSP's boring now. It's just boring in the sense that, like, it's just nothing's going on with him. Like, he's not, like, I don't know how to word that and sound like a fucking meme, but it's not, he doesn't go on a massive rant about a certain streamer anymore and all this stuff, which is fine. He does it here and there, but this is what it is. It's just the shit he rants about is the same shit I've already talked about. So him ranting about other content creators, that stuff I talked about in the past, all that shit. And that's what's boring. It's that he rants about the same shit. And it's like, okay, like, rad. But then there's occasionally he says stuff that's really dumb, like this fucking video. This video is fucking stupid because it's nonsense. And that's what he's become. More and more I've been noticing that he's been kind of going insane. And I'm kind of not like really worried, but I'm kind of wondering if he's on some medication, because this is really odd. Just how, like, insane he sounds about some of the shit he says. It's really fucking weird.
But at the very same time, take a look at the very, very concrete consequences I'm living with as a result of this slanderous campaigns against me, right?
Like, the other thing I could say about it would be, like, the stuff that he's a bigot and he's a toxic streamer. He's not toxic to his chat every day. Like, there are times where he just yells at his chat about getting money and all this stuff. Like, that's what these compilations are. And, like, it's kind of silly to look at a compilation and assume that's the whole playthrough. That makes no fucking sense. Like, if you really think about it, it doesn't make any sense for that to be the case. Because no one is mad at people for that long. Ugh.
Getting kicked out of Twitch Partner Program because of stuff I did 10 years ago, and then, oh, look, here's all the people who hate Phil on the internet because of the stuff that he said and did, and then they reference detractor videos and shit, and then I get kicked out of the Partner Program. It's like, dude, you know, I gotta make a living. I can't be strawmanned into being kicked out of everything for stuff I'm not even doing, you know? So understand that even though, yes, there's a few people like
that's
you,
what
Justin,
you did,
maybe
though.
You're the exception to the rule. You really are. But thank you for being that exception, okay? Joel has tipped me $3. Says, trolls say that your 4th place placement at EVO in Street Fighter Doesn't matter because it was a bad port or something. But
The
they
trolls
always
didn't say that. The fucking people who went to the tournament said that. The people who fucking played Street Fighter 2 said the port was garbage. Not the trolls didn't say that. The fucking people who played the game said that. Oh,
quietly leave out that you would qualify even after that and continue to place. You're right. That was actually the start
then
of
how come DSP has not gotten fourth place in any other Evo? That's the only Evo he talks about. If he placed and he was so good, how come that was the only Evo he got fourth at? How come he didn't get fourth in other Evos? If he was so good, right? Okay.
me continuously doing well in Street Fighter. Every year, I was either winning or placing at the majors all over the country that I went to. Really. Like every tournament I was going to for Super Turbo, whether it was arcade edition,
This is a
console
really
edition,
dumb flex.
whatever it was, I was.
That's like
placing.
me saying I was on a winning streak with Eliza and Skullgirl, so I'm good with Eliza amazingly and all this stuff. And then I never won again. I never had that crazy win streak ever again. But I was good at the game, guys. I'm great at Skullgirls. That's why I keep losing sometimes. Yeah.
And winning and consistently doing well all the way through the end of my competitive career, which ended around mid to late 2007. So it started around 2004, 2005, and for like 2-3 years straight, I was one of the top Super Turbo players in the country, no matter where I played or what I played on. But they don't want to talk about any of that because, again, this is their narrative. This is their echo chamber.
But this is stuff that you said though. That's the only tournament that he got fourth at. Not just the trolls, but the people who played the game at a competitive level said the port was garbage, and they didn't go to protest the port to get a real port in, or whatever the fuck. And he's saying that, oh, the trolls are saying this. This narrative is flimsy because you could literally disprove it just by fucking watching tournament videos, because this is things that happen. And even DSP said that. Come on.
Sucks at Street Fighter. Phil sucks at Street Fighter. They just repeat it in a big group think, yelling and screaming.
You watch him play Street Fighter and he does the same pattern shit. Why doesn't he? Well, he sucks at Alpha 3. So that is true. He says so. He won't play Street Fighter 4 because he probably sucks at it. If he didn't, why isn't he playing it? He only play every time he talks about a fucking fighting game, it has to be a game he has to play, he has to win at. It's fucking insane, dude.
Till they believe it. The vaccine makes you grow eyeballs on your dick. And they believe it because they're stupid. Because they repeat it ad nauseum until the group just.
Yeah, we are the echo chamber, not DSP's chat that all validate his fucking nonsense. This isn't an echo chamber. Him saying that he got a random email about getting banned from Twitch or whatever, and everyone here believes it. That's not an echo chamber. No critical thought was said about that. But this is not an echo chamber, guys. No way. No way.
Believes it as fact. Jim tipped $1.50, and he says, "I'm actually surprised the trolls didn't buy the DSP Gaming website domain. At one point, I believe they did actually, many years ago, when I had first started using DSP Gaming on the internet. They bought up everything. Like, I'm not kidding. Every website had a DSP Gaming account.
The guy said to buy, and he said, "Well, every website has an account. An account is free to make, so they didn't buy. They didn't buy it."
DSPgaming.com at one point was owned by someone because I looked into it, and it was purchased and owned by someone. But over the years, I guess what happened is people just, released it and realized that it wasn't going to be worth nothing or not. So we ended up getting it, which is great. Moving on with positivity, took me $5, and I got an idea. DSP can stand for the Super Positivity Gaming. Just an idea, but definitely a positive announcement.
No, he needs it to be Phil because he's totally not narcissistic. That's why every animation has to have his face in it. That's why his emotes have to all be his face, because he's not a narcissist. So, no, it has to be Darkside Phil. Has to be.
Not sure who or what motivated the change, but I'm glad that you listened to suggestions. Yeah, and the other thing is that is true.
This had to have been an early contribution because he literally explained why, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know what's burned this."
No exaggeration. As early as, I'm not even kidding you.
And I like the shit he does with his mouth. I've been noticing it has been kind of bugging me. I mentioned it in the last video too, because it caused him to speak funny, but he keeps saying this randomly. It's so fucking weird. This dude is fucking weird.
2011. 2011. I had people coming to me and saying, Phil, you got to understand something. If you're ever going to make it as a long-term person in a business like this, you can't be associated with a moniker like the King of Hate.
Wait, when was this?
I had people coming to me and saying, Phil, you got to understand something. 2011. 2011.
And then this video says, I'm not going to sit idly by. You said idly by since 2011, bitch.
People coming to me and saying, Phil, you got to understand something. If you're ever going to make it as a long-term person in a business like this, you can't be associated with a moniker like the King of Hate. And I was again, back then, I was obstinate, I was stubborn, I was like, nah, I'll do whatever, don't worry, it's gotten me this far, and blah, blah, blah. But then over the years, I think about it more and more, and I see people spinning it to be something it's not, and saying it means shit that it doesn't, and I realized over time, eventually it was going to be time to change, and now is definitely the time. So
why now, though? Why wouldn't it be back then, right? I'm not doing any more videos. I had 2 other videos. I'm not doing it. This video is way too long. It's stupidly long. Stupidly long. Fuck this. Fuck. Wait, wrong thing to. Uh-oh. Alright, okay, I thought I did something. No, wrong. That's what I want. Alright. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you had fun. We learned nothing. Except, actually, you know what? This was good where it was. I was trying to do a meme, but thank you for watching this video. It was a long one, but we ended up finishing watching this fucking announcement that had a lot of garbage in it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good day, good week, and see you on the flip flop. Bye bye.